We're playing music, Nicole. Tell me when. Hey, we're doing it! Welcome! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is open mic night at LA School of Comedy. If you love us, let us know at LA School of Comedy on social media. And this is a great place to be. And my name is Sundar Krungwis. I'm the director. Yes. And very special people are here. We have the lovely and talented Samantha, who's in charge and turns into me, our comedy concierge. Give it up for Samantha. And of course, you know we have Monica with a K. Monica with a K. And we have Patty, who's going to relieve me. But first, I thought you guys might want to see something interesting, because there's some people that do comedy and some people who don't do comedy. But I just want to hear what they have to say, and they get mad every time.
Oh my gosh.
Watching this. Mark, just 2 seconds. Can you just come up for 2 seconds?
I was trying to fix the equipment.
Please.
Just 2 seconds.
We'll show up on the phone.
Give it up for Mark Jackson. What'd you want?
Why do you want me to do this?
I want you to do this. Yes, because you, Patty, and Sam need a podcast. Come on in.
For the rest of the recalcitrants to come in.
Okay.
See, I
You found it, baby.
not getting very
What are you doing? Don't break it.
So, woke up this morning.
Thank God.
Typical comic opening. At least I didn't say what do I want to say tonight.
Okay,
I
that's
woke up
right.
this morning, and what did I see? I saw the congressional hearings on TikTok.
Wow.
If anybody wants comedy, you have to watch congressional hearings on TikTok. There is no question that the Chinese government cloned their representative. He was a robot. All right. This guy had first of all, they made believe he wasn't Chinese. They said he was from Malaysia. And they made believe that he was perfect though. Every line right. It was the first time in my life, and I've been around a while, that I've actually seen Congress people, notice I gender neutral, Congress people who were prepared. They scared the shit out of me. When you see members of Congress actually getting prepared for a hearing and not saying shit, you know we're in trouble. But not us. TikTok's done. They're cooked and they're finished. Unless Hunter gets a substantial check. Because the bottom line is one of the Congress people holds up a thing and said, was this on TikTok? It was a personal threat against one of the Congress people, and she said, you're telling us you can protect our children, and you can't even protect the people in this chamber. This has been up for 41 days. They were loaded for bear. Panda bear, to be exact. Why should I care? I mean, with all due respect, everybody's going to go like this. The next thing I'm going to hear like Jamal Bowman. Does anybody know who Jamal Bowman is?
He's my
Jamal
congressman.
Bowman?
I don't like
He's
him
your
at all. I don't like him, actually.
Oh, I'm shocked, right? Anyhow, Jamal Bowman claims that going after TikTok is a threat against democracy and racism. All right? So now, of course, some parents were up there. Poor people. Their kid killed themselves. It's never anybody's fault. And to watch another congressperson stand there and go, we should allow the Chinese to spy on us is fascinating. So what's going on in this country? Now that nobody's laughing. Because they don't think any of this is funny, by the way. That's it. You guys actually might be hearing something serious on stage. This might be a serious problem. Not only were they tracking journalists, they were tracking everybody. They have your blood type. Can you imagine them cloning Shannon and Patty at the same time? I mean, think about it. There's something really weird going on here. And the only good thing that I really thought about, you know, they're attacking Taiwan, they're doing this, is guy died today. Interesting fellow. Died a couple of months ago. Jewish lawyer. Actually sold his house to Richard Nixon. We don't know who Richard Nixon is.
The dancer?
He felt bad for Nixon because nobody wanted to let him into a co-op, so he sold him his townhouse. Well, this guy was captured during the Battle of the Bulge. and they lined up all the soldiers, and this commandant comes out and says, "Where are all the Jews?" So this one guy, typical American guy, stood up there and said, "We are all Jews." He said, "I can't believe you're all Jews." And he goes, "Well, we are. I will shoot you right here." And then it said, "Well, one of these guys going to remember you at your war crimes trial." But that wasn't the real point I was trying to get to. The point is that the so-called greatest generation is going to be gone in maybe 2 or 3 years. There will not be a single solitary person who, including on the Japanese side, who assaulted a hostile beach during World War II. It took the Marines 30 years of practice to learn how to do it. And why we're all making such a big deal worrying about the Chinese attacking Taiwan is beyond my comprehension. First of all, when was the last time somebody engaged a Chinese pilot in a dogfight? Anybody remember?
Top Gun.
Top Gun, right. But remember, we got better on our side. When was the last time that the Chinese army assaulted a hostile beach and the Chosin Reservoir? Doesn't count. Anybody know what that was? Here's the one.
Where?
In Korea. You guys got to know your American history. That's why we're dying in this country. Here's the bottom line. I saw the Congress people all prepared, and I'm just trying to figure out for myself, what's Joe up to? So Karine, I can't think of a good nickname for Karine Jean-Pierre, though she does live nicely because her girlfriend is at CNN. So I can get with Don Lemon. I haven't figured
It's
one
lemon, Mark.
Don Lemon.
I like what it
I can't figure one out yet for Karine Del Pierre. So they go to her, and this is my final line. I'm sorry I'm not being funny.
Yes, you are, Mark.
You're fine.
Listen to me.
like
They
the
said to
small
Karine, they go,
reference.
it's Peter Ducey, who's a character. He's standing there, he goes, "Well, Miss Pierre, how do we explain these payments to the Biden family?" And here go, "They're Republican lies." Now, Moynihan, the president of Bank of America, who gave up the documents, is one of the most strident DEI CEOs in America. Bank of America is the wokest bank there is. They didn't falsify data. There is 1.9 or $7 million that somehow flew into accounts the day after Joe left as vice president. Now we have to think like this. What are they going to do in the 2024 election? Now, Chris Rock had it right, now that I'm stealing the joke. He said they couldn't find anybody to go up against Trump, so they pulled the 17-year-old statue down and animated it, and that was Joe Biden. So the Jews, you know, we have this myth about a thing called the golem. The golem was made out of dirt and mud.
Oh, yeah, I took a class on this.
Thanks, dude.
Nothing like a well-educated kid.
Very relevant.
I love it. By
Yeah,
the way.
very
I love
relevant.
it. Really, you're good. You're on the podcast, by the way. You're going to present the conservative Republican Scarsdale viewpoint. You went to Our Lady of the Parkway, right? That's your synagogue?
No, it's just a reform.
All right, just wanted to make sure it wasn't Our Lady of the Parkway. Which, in fact, the uncognizante here is the Reform Synagogue on the Sawmill River Parkway in Scarsdale. And anyhow, so where I got lost on Joe Biden is the golem was created by the Maharel, which is a famous rabbi in Czechoslovakia. And he just wrote God's name on this mud thing, got up to save the people of Prague. Little would you know, it must have been real because I've been in Prague. Anybody here been in Prague? Yep. It's the only place left in Europe except Latvia that still has its Jewish cemeteries and quarters. Hitler was going to turn it into the Museum of the Doomed Race. So there must have been some truth about the golem. But I got to ask everybody and think real hard. Is Joe Biden the golem?
Stop it.
Thank you.
On that note,
I always like to learn something. You would think I would know all this stuff he's talking about, right? You have no idea what I'm watching on TV.
Professor
I
Mark.
watch nothing but people being stabbed, murdered, serial killers. Ask my husband. We're two different people.
True. I have to get back up again. It's true. All she watches is documentaries of murder, mayhem. But what's worse is she watches Forensic Files. One day she's gonna figure out a way to kill me and get away with it. So Sunda.
Well, I can't use antifreeze anymore.
Sunda, by the way, there you go.
I used to.
seen that
Oh,
episode.
you saw my episode?
I saw that episode.
Well, they put flavoring in.
No, you understand. In my act, I do that because my husband has a snoring problem. So I was. You stopped breathing this morning too, by the way.
You weren't there.
I was there. That's why I got out. I'm like Goldilocks. I'm in every bed. I can't sleep all night because someone's calling me, asking, "Is this the LA School of Comedy?" I'm like, "Yes, it is." It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's high? They're all crazy. All right, so it's like I worked in a prison. What does he expect I'm gonna watch? Did you guys know I worked in a prison? Nobody?
No.
You knew I did.
I learned something new about you every fucking
You
time.
are lying.
No, I did. I swear to God.
Well, later I got some good
We were
Jewish
meeting,
gossip.
You were like, you know about my stepmother, and I was like, no.
No, I have a stepmother.
Whatever.
Oh, we met my mom. My mother-in-law. Okay, let's leave that alone, guys. No, you know what? After she sued me and she lost, then she died, then they said I killed her. Only Jews, right? Only Jews. And black people could do that too. So, no, he don't kill his mama. He did it. He killed her. Killed her. Killed. And I could say killed. So, guys, you're looking at me like, why is a Swedish and black redneck Jew on stage, right? Right, okay. It's because this is a place where things happen, and I'm getting ready to bring up somebody who's going to make a lot of new things happen. Please give it up for the comedy of the one and only Trevor Silver. Let him hear it. To wrap.
How we doing, everybody?
How you doing?
This is exciting. We got a beautiful audience, guys. Let me hear you one more time. Give it up for yourself. Thank you for coming out tonight. Absolutely fantastic. My name is Trevor Silver. I was born and raised in Maui, Hawaii. Moved here when I was 13 years old. And when you're half white, half Chicano that grows up in Hawaii, you're not really sure where you belong. You know, it's like, you see, it gets real quiet. It gets real confusing. It's like I'm now in Los Angeles, but I'm white, so my Chicano family doesn't know, what is this gringo doing here? What is going on here? I want to go back to my island, but the Hawaiians don't like me either. And so, one of the strangest things about me is I was born with a rare condition called congenital anosmia. Does anybody know what congenital anosmia means?
No.
Exactly. So, it means I was born with the inability to smell. I have never smelled anything in my entire life, which means I can do some cool shit. When you can't smell, you know, things that are disgusting to you because of the smell are fucking delicious to me. So sometimes I like to mess around with people. I'll go to the supermarket, head to that fresh produce aisle, just pick up a big, fresh onion, and I'll just bite into that onion like it's a fucking apple. Just People look at me fucking crazy. It's a good fucking onion, man. And so, you know, you figure out a lot of things when you can't smell. I can't smell, but I know what smells bad based on people's reactions to me. So, I can't smell, but I know 100% certain that my socks are deadly weapons. I treat them like toxic gas, dude. It's like, which is my biggest fear because that's the one thing that's like most guaranteed to kill me. I can't smell, right? So people, I'm just heading straight towards a fucking gas plant while people are leaving. They're like, "There's a gas leak." I'm like, I don't have any gas. Just walk right in there. It's a terrifying thing, man. And so I'm always thinking about smells. It's a constant paranoia, and one of my biggest fears is that I smell like shit. And so I drove girls crazy for years. All my girlfriends, they were embarrassed to tell me this, but I would just drown myself in deodorant and cologne out of the fear that I smelled like shit. And, I got it down to a balance now. I have people that I trust with good senses of smell. It's like, do I smell good today? No, you got to adjust, dude. You got to adjust that. Here, take this, okay? Am I smelling today? Too much. Get in the shower, start over. Start over, man. Okay, and so, growing up half Chicano, the weirdest thing about not having sense of smell is that my other senses have changed and adapted. You ever find that if you can't smell when you're eating, things taste different, right? They say it's connected, the smell, right? So for me, the doctors sat me down and explained to me, well, Trevor, because you can't smell, your brain has evolved and changed, and so you are able to taste, but it's different from everyone else. Whatever the fuck that means. They're just like, just be careful, it's more intense for you. Intense? The fuck does intense mean? So I learned real quick, spicy food I cannot handle. At all. I eat spicy food, I start sweating, I start crying, it's just brutal. Like whatever a ghost pepper does to you, it's like 10 times fucking worse for me. And so when you're half Chicano, I got my whole Chicano family looking at me at the dinner table. I'm starting to sweat, I'm getting real red in the face. I'm like, this fucking gringo. He can't handle our tamales. I'm like, it's a condition, man. Okay, please. And so that's my bit. Thank you all so much. My name is Trevor Silver. You can find me on Instagram right now at Trevor Kaikane, TrevorKaikane. Thank you all for your time. You've been a great audience tonight.
This is what we do. You gotta take it like a man. You see how, hey, what about Mark? Mark's like, nobody's laughing. No, because they don't watch the news. They're just learning this shit here. That me too. I'm not watching that with him.
First time hearing.
I'm trying to see who's getting killed. And how I could get out of that situation when it happens to me.
Right.
All right, so here's the joke. I tried to stop my husband from from snoring. But when he woke up, he saw the pillow.
Oh.
And yes, Patty's married. Right, and he says, what the hell are you doing? And I said, come on, Mark. Like, I'm going to smother you? I would use antifreeze. It's tasteless. So that was my big joke, that now it's changed, and they have put flavor in friggin' antifreeze. So
drink it, like.
it depends. If you're a good Jewish husband, you don't get the antifreeze. But you want to talk about the goal. Oh my God. It's like a lesson.
It was actually really weird.
You know what's weird about it? It's not comedy, but you gotta listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that shit.
Is Mark not here?
I can't remember anything of that.
I
Do you know anybody that he's talking about?
have a.
I'm embarrassed.
When you say Korean War,
You do.
Wait, where's the congressman located? The Burt Wagner?
Jamal.
I
Jamal-
thought
is he black?
trans, for sure.
Jamal is not Irish. You know, brother. You know Jamal.
Yeah, okay.
Jamal came out. Come on, they racist against TikTok. I was like, you don't even eat Chinese food. Why did I say that? It's a very special night for me because, again, I'm sure my phone's gonna ring before I leave. Somebody's gonna tell me, your website is down! Did you know my website was down?
What?
Nobody. Monica, you did not know it's been going on for 48 hours? It's gone.
I was being sarcastic.
Who's your
I'm
host?
gonna whip your ass, huh?
Hoster. GoDaddy?
Fuck that, yeah.
I see ads for Squarespace all the time. Check out Squarespace.
Oh, no. I mean, I've been with this woman for a long, it was just a great
For your
website.
artisanal.
And now I gotta reinvent myself. Talking about reinvention, this is a very great place to be because you never know who's in the room. And I want to give a round of applause to these two bookers here, Patty and Shannon, who have their own. Give a round of applause because you're going to want to be working with them. And I can't see Patty, but I know he's here. And he's going to come up and he's going to entertain you. I want to thank all of you and make sure you do not leave without giving Monica your information. You won't find out anything. You won't find out anything because the website's not up. Trust me. And thank you everyone for calling me. I didn't mean to say that. We appreciate you. Thank you. The Comedy Concierge just fixed me. She's the Comedy Concierge, and your next gentleman coming to the stage, you will see him Monday at Delphi's and on Wednesdays at The Mix in Pasadena. The very own Patty.
Hey,
Very own Patty.
You look like maybe you brought a dog with you with those glasses on.
Yeah, I had eye surgery.
Oh, is that what type of surgery did you have? Cataract surgery?
I know I had a corneal transplant.
Good God! How about a round of applause for this man? He's a comedy aficionado. A corneal transplant wouldn't stop him from coming to this mic.
Well, it was an hour ago.
Damn it! You are a trooper. You are a trooper. You look like you might
No,
be
it was
with law
earlier than that.
enforcement. You do have the look of a secret agent of some sort. I got you.
Trying to keep it undercover.
Are you guys ready for some comedy? Right. This is the point in the evening where I say something that makes you think less of me. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to share an experience I had. I'm going to bring up this next comic in a second, but I need your opinion on this, okay? I was a roadie for a punk band called the Violent Femmes. You ever heard of the Violent Femmes? And at a concert in Milwaukee, I had the good fortune backstage to fall in favor with a very beautiful blonde-headed girl, like hot. And I wound up having sex with her right behind the curtain as the band was playing. Right? And the curtain is swinging back and forth, so light will occasionally filter in. And just, I want to clarify something, just because, guys, you know what I mean. I was in already, so my decision-making processes were somewhat dulled. Once you're in, it's hard really to retreat. So as the curtain's swinging, I glance down, and I notice there's a swastika tattoo. Okay, now I've got a decision to make. Now I'm going to take the high road. No. Just kind of kept on. I was kind of happy because I thought to myself, at least I'm not her first terrible decision. I'm going, and I just, when I look back at it, I just think of it as a hate crime with a happy ending. And I will say this: my penis has no ideology. My penis is not a political animal. Like, I've banged a real hot Scientologist. I banged a sadistic Jehovah's Witness. Who, she couldn't get off until I slammed the door in her face. Take your fucking time with that. I've actually had sex with a hot flat earther. I believe none of those things. Once again, my penis is not an ideological tool. It is a heat-seeking moisture missile. And that is all it cares about. All right? And I will say this out loud. I've never met a hot Klanswoman. But if I did, I wouldn't get in between those sheets. But I would bang her on on top of my Barack Obama Hope and Change bedspread, because I love it when two different ideologies come together. All right, that didn't land as well as I thought it would, but that's okay. You guys have been along for the ride. Give yourself a round of applause. We're going to have a gander here at what's going on. Hey, how you doing? Johnny Pancakes here. Johnny Pancakes, ladies and fucking gentlemen. He's a part-time, semi-professional underage stripper. Don't ask me questions now. This isn't the part where you talk. I don't know if you understand how stand-up comedy works, but there's no fucking narration necessary. None whatsoever. Give him a round of applause, though. He's a very funny guy. And he's a bit too fucking talkative. Hey, how about Mark? Give him a round of applause. Mark, kind of an intellectual Tony Soprano meets kosher Sean Hannity.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So listen, let's get ready for this. Are you still talking?
I'm on the list. I don't think I'm on it.
Oh, you're on it.
Don't worry. You're on the list. You're on the list. You feel better now?
Yes.
So looking at me with your hat on backwards. God damn it, you're so fucking cute. Is he adorable? You are adorable. But I'm not, the least bit homosexual, but I'd like to take you back to my condo for a little light Greco-Roman wrestling. Got some pec lube back there. Hot stuff. Give him a round of applause. He's a hot young man. A hot young man! This next comedian, it was mentioned that if myself and he had a baby, and that baby cried, its tears would be 80 proof. Put your hands together for the one and only Shannon!
Yeah.
Come on!
I'm in a better place with my alcoholism than Mark is with his ideology. And I mean geographically, because I live directly across the street from the dialysis center, and he lives nowhere near Washington, D.C. So, you know, if need be, I can crawl my ass across the street and get treatment. But he's going to have to fly a long goddamn way to storm the gates. Tell you what. And honestly, you know, the Capitol Police they did what they had to do. They were outnumbered. But I'm assuming they're not going to be too intimidated by a 70-year-old Jew waddling down the street in blue slacks. I'm a lawyer in D.C. A lawyer? Oh my God! How would that happen? Did you come straight from Alexandria, my friend? Oh, you must have, because no one that actually works in D.C. lives in D.C. You know who lives in D.C.? People who get shot a lot. Like more than South Chicago. D.C. and Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, murder capitals of the fucking United States. All right, everybody that actually works in D.C. and goes there in suits and rides in fucking, you know, whatever they're riding in, they all live in Alexandria, Virginia. Alexandria is really nice. I understand why they would do that. It makes sense. Pretty place. Shit. There's a new app out for heroin addicts. It's called Vein Finder. Don't worry, man. It comes free when you download Spoon Maps. New app out for, oh, you know what? I forgot that bit. Haven't done it in 2 months. Lesson to people. Remember your bits. Alright. Yeah, I do too now that I'm thinking about it, but fuck it. We're going with that.
Do it.
No, fuck you. New app out for people who forget their heroin bits. What? What? No, it's called Dementia Finder. Let's do that one. I can only do these for another week, so let's do the Oscar shit. You guys watch the Oscars?
Yeah.
This month? Yeah. We were talking about Chinese people, and honestly, I haven't seen that many Chinese and Irish together since we built the railroads. You know, you guys don't know the Irish built from east to west, and the Chinese from west to east. And, you know, we all met in the middle around Oklahoma. And the Irish were like, "Well, how much did you get fucking paid?" And the Chinese were like, "Cause I don't do a good Chinese." They were like, "Man, not fucking shit." And they were like, "Well, that's a little less than us, I guess. I'll tell you what. We're all going to become cattle barons and then send our sons back to be crooked cops in New York. How's that sound? What you gonna do?" They're like, "Oh, well, I think we're gonna just build a lot of little towns and big cities and call them China and then overcharge white people for wonton soup." Right? And it worked out. Welcome to America. That's how we all got connected. Yeah. I was watching the In Memoriam, you know, old Lenny Kravitz. He decked out Elton John, David Bowie-esque. A little distracting, had a weird silhouette. I love Lenny, it's fine. He did a good In Memoriam. But I kept waiting on the director of photography from Rust to pop up. Of course, she never did. And that's because she's not a member of the Academy. You gotta be a member of the Academy to be memorialized. Alright. Which then it dawned on me that Alec Baldwin is a man of a certain age, and in the last year, a million things could have happened to old Alec. You know, the eventual embolism. You know, you get hit by a bus. Maybe somebody near you procured an untested firearm and it accidentally goes off and kills you. You know, it could have happened. All right, and the Academy would have to memorialize Alec Baldwin. He's a member of the Academy. What a conundrum for a couple of gay guys at brunch in the Hollywood Hills to have to discuss for 2 or 3 hours, right? Well, their dogs yap at their servers. What I'm saying is the Oscars are a useless fucking thing, gay people. It's a lot of waste. I love my bread and circuses. I'm down for the World Cup and the Super Bowl and the Oscars and everything else. March Madness, yeah, fucking A. But if you really want to look at it deeply, these are all resources and energy that could be spent, I don't know, solving homelessness. But I kind of like homelessness too. That is another bread and circus. That's a daily bread and circus. I like that. You know, if as much library time as the homeless get, you think we have a whole lot of like transient scholars walking around. You know, like I don't know, discussing Voltaire's motives for Candide. Yeah, right. You know, like, oh, Toothpick, you're such a Philistine when it comes to the classics. Obviously, Pangloss is an amalgamation of George Wilhelm Leibniz and his rosy look. Hey, man, you got $1? Like some change. Man, fuck you! Where were we? Yeah. Homelessness. You try to have compassion, and they pee on your bike. Like, man, it was only there for a minute. Also, I came to a warm weather state to kind of chill outside on the patios at cafes and, you know, do the writing thing or whatever. You know, good weather, hot women, good coffee. Lots of schizophrenia, apparently. It's like that powdered in with everything I order. I honestly think that a lot of the homeless are telepathically connected. All right? Because if you pay attention, if you're not driving all the time and you like walk the streets and you're walking around, you will notice that the guy walking west down Venice is yelling, "Man, fuck you, you don't know Leonard. I know Leonard, motherfucker. You ain't the that's bullshit, bitch. I know Leonard. That's not what Leonard does." And if you're on Santa Monica and you see a guy walking east on Santa Monica, he'll be like this. He'll be like, "Oh, I don't know Leonard? Fuck you. I'm the one that knows Leonard, motherfucker. You ain't the one that knows Leonard." I'm just saying, if they have this sort of power, eventually there's going to be the one that has managed to like link every homeless person telepathically. And you people in Calabasas and your gated communities are not going to be able to defend yourselves against this raging horde of completely out schizophrenic fucking vagrants just charging the gates. Right? Your dogs are barking, but they're all little. Why'd I buy a little dog? I have no idea. I'm in California. Oh shit. I should have been picking up big poops with big plastic bags in my days and when I jogged. I hope that shit happens. Oh man. Alright. Give me one topic and I'll get off stage with 2 jokes on it. Spoons?
Yes.
Okay, so there's this app called Spoon Maps. Alright. And no, but you know, you can get Vein Finder on it. I'm down to it. You guys ever hear about the dude on Johnny Carson back in the day that would bend the spoons? What was his name?
Uri Geller.
That's it, Uri Geller. He was so famous for bending spoons late night on TV. What a fucking... How do you get into that position? Bending spoons on... Apparently, I don't know the trick, but apparently there is a trick to it. And I assume it involves strong thumbs and a whole lot of masturbation. You guys have a good one. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. Sorry about the next comedian. I ain't here.
Show him the proper amount of love. Just leave it now. Bye, Shannon.
I'll be back.
With a name like Shannon, you'd think he'd do a better Irish brogue. Did you hear him? I'm Patty, just so you know. Hi everybody. Or as Velma at the Santa Monica Department of Motor Vehicles referred to me earlier today, broke down Robin Thicke. What are you going to do? I am Irish, in case you were wondering, and I would, as Patty, I would like to apologize to you guys for causing all that day drinking about a week ago. I felt like drinking on St. Patty's Day. I'm going to be honest with you. I really did. Anybody drink on St. Patty's Day? I did not, because I have not had a drink in 14 years. What I'm trying to tell you is I've been a habitual pot smoker now for 14 years. Turned out it was just an allergy, you know. About every third time I drank, I'd break out in handcuffs. Hey, Lincoln liked that joke. I don't know about the rest of you. Get on board with Lincoln.
I love life, man. I love laughing.
God bless. Tell these other people here. Come on. This is not a shitty open mic that you might be used to, where you go and there's 5 other comics in the back of the room, would-be funny people who don't fucking laugh, staring at their phone. This is a open mic where we show each other love. So get a round of applause going for fucking love, every fucking one of them. This next comedian, I've seen his work. I'm looking forward to it, but he has a name like he's probably in the witness protection program. You know, it's just a name that's too good. You know, it sounds like a name, like my name's Patty, and I hate my name because I loved the westerns when I was a kid. There was never a cowboy named Patty in any of them. If it was, he was like the bartender with a twirly fucking mustache. But this next man has a name that any cowboy would be proud to have. Put your hands together for Brett Ashley. Brett Ashley. Keep it going for Brett Ashley.
Thank you. Hey, Sam.
Yes.
This is a good idea.
Thanks. It's not mine.
You get like free subs or.
Free.
But you gave me the wrong thing. No, you mix it up. It's your birth control. You should have known though, because you should have. You know, you of all people should know. It doesn't work if you only take it 10 days a month.
Right.
For the 5 days.
So for this.
How you doing, guys? I'm Brett Ashley. Man, I was like so nervous coming here, and then Sunda, she was saying how we had to fill like 8 minutes or 10 minutes.
10.
No, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to. And when she showed up, I was like, okay, I have 10 minutes of just ripping her. This is perfect. It's gonna be great. I'm not gonna run out of material. And then she left. Fuck. Well, yeah, because like we're both raised Jewish, despite being. Excuse me. We're both raised Jewish, despite having at least one dark-skinned parent. We both have another parent who's definitely not from Finland. Hey! Ah, the family's here. See, so you're a lawyer, sir?
Yes.
Wow. See, the thing about you, I like you, but it's like you care so much about being a lawyer, like all this stuff, the politics, I would be the lawyer who doesn't give a shit. I would be the lawyer. My mom wants me to be a lawyer, you know, because I'm Jewish too, and like every Jewish mom wants their kid to be a lawyer. But all this pressure, you know, like getting pulled in a direction, like, oh, I want you to be a lawyer, and like, oh, I want to be an actor. So, but yeah, if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, someone come up to me, they'd be like, oh, you know, can you represent me? I was in this car wreck, and my kneecap is broken. I can't walk anymore. And as the lawyer who didn't give a shit, I'd just be like, that's terrible. I'm really sorry for it. But I don't give a shit. Or someone come up to me, maybe they like killed their family or something. And they were like, listen, the whole town is against me. Everyone thinks I did it. I need help. And they'd come up to me and say, I'm Brett Ashley. I graduated from Stanford Law, #1 law school. I don't give a shit. I just don't give a Have fun in prison. Oh man. But you know, I think like my favorite criminal, I'd have to say, is you guys. I know we talked about it. Alec Murdoch. Like this guy, he's a really good criminal. I mean, he's so good at lying. Like, did you guys see his testimony? Any of you guys watched that? Oh, you did.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't think he was a good criminal.
Oh no? Well, because he's in jail. It's not over yet. You can keep appealing. If you have a lawyer who gives a shit. But yeah, I was thinking like he's just kind of like a everyday man, you know, like from South Carolina, and just a hardworking guy who took a lot of people's money, stole money. But he did lie to him. He did look him in the eye. He did take their money, but he loved them. He loved them. And some of them he loved right now. But like when I think of him in the light of so many of our other fine Americans, like the guy from Waco who started the firefight at the compound. What's his name?
Dave
ATF agent. Or the guy from the Oklahoma City. The guy who blew up that building. Yeah. But I think Alec's better than him because that guy got the death penalty. This guy already, no way, no death penalty. Or like the guy from Ruby Ridge. Yeah, Ruby Ridge. Yeah. Oh man, that guy's not in jail. I shouldn't be talking about him. ATF agent. We started that.
That was a good documentary.
So yeah, what other crimes are going on? Oh, the Idaho killer. You guys see that? Rock Nation.
No.
Yeah.
You don't know about the Idaho killer?
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, a bunch of people got killed. Yeah. He looks weird. But I think he's not that good a criminal. Like, we're talking about good criminals and bad criminals. Because, he left the knife sheath at the scene. I would say, considering he's a PhD student in criminology, you probably don't want to leave the murder weapon, the sheath to that, on the bed where you commit the crime. That's like fucking criminology 101. Yeah, I think I'd be the best criminal. This guy, he took his cell phone. They can track your phone. Then you turn off your phone. It's obvious, right? Wouldn't you leave your cell phone on when you're doing it? Because you're saying, yeah, I was there. What do I have to hide? When you turn your cell phone off, it's obvious you did it. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Man. All right, guys. It was really nice to have the opportunity to be here tonight. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Very much.
One more time for Brett Ashley. Who here, be honest, who here hasn't thought about killing their entire family at one point? I don't condone it, I just kind of understand it. Lawyer, criminal, that's kind of redundant. All right, the crowd has worked into a fervor now. A fucking fervor here. It's kind of like a canvas painting of trout. Just. Ooh-wee. You know what? I'm going to come out and say this because it's obvious. What a fucking good-looking group of people you are. What a beautiful, I mean, really beautiful, beautiful. Couple shitbags here, but for the most part, just a good-looking group of people. A wonderful group of people. Okay! Okay, moving right along. This next comedian, you're going to love him. Put your hands together for the one and only Lincoln. Lincoln! Come on, Lincoln!
Thank you. Man, is Mark still here? Where's Mark? Whatever. Man, he was talking to. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. It's not like a fucking start. I also was fucking watching the TikTok, I would say, deposition, right? Did everyone watch that? Like, no? So, okay, so basically, yeah, so the TikTok CEO, he's getting grilled by Congress because, like, they're afraid TikTok is, like, cooperating with China. And, like, the CEO is Asian, right? And it's like, the optics of that, you feel me? Like, I'm not saying because he's Asian, he's obviously cooperating with China, but like, if you're a company under investigation for being connections with China, like, hire a white guy as a CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you need to do that? It's very difficult for me. This guy's literally in the camera saying China is not cooperating, and he looks like Xi Jinping's cousin. Like, I just don't think that's, like, how did they not figure that one out? I don't understand, you know? So it's like, imagine right after 9/11, instead of like George Bush going on there, it was like the transportation secretary, and he was like from Pakistan, you know? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry for what happened yesterday with the planes, but you know, we're working on it. You know, it wouldn't comfort me as much as if it was like a white guy or something doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little, like, it's not, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just racist. I think it's that. Honestly, I don't know. Like, it's one of those lines where it's like, if I'm admitting it, yes, it is racist. I am saying it's racist for me to see this CEO who's Asian and like me immediately thinking, are they really not cooperating with China? Because, like, it seems like that's one of their people. But, like, at the same time, like, come on, Lincoln, you can't be thinking that way, right? But it's like, I don't know. It just really fucking bugged me a little bit. Yeah, but, I don't know. I understand. I feel like that's our new moral panic, right? Data privacy. That's what I think it was. We always got new ones, you know. I remember it was with the swine flu. Not COVID. That was not a moral panic. COVID was real. But, like, the swine flu, you know, AIDS was the big one, too, in the 80s. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. My bad. That was... did not think that one through. But, you know, and I know, I really do think data privacy is like a big moral panic, you know? Like, I somewhat care what they do with my data, but one thing I really don't understand that people have complained about is advertisements, right? I don't understand. Like, I saw a tweet the other day I couldn't believe from this girl. You know, she's tweeting out, she's like, oh my God, I was trying to find a Christmas gift for my dad, a power screwdriver, and the next YouTube ad I got, it was for a Black & Decker power screwdriver. So scary what they can do with their data. And I was like, oh my God. Getting ads for stuff that you want? Oh no. Oh God, please Congress, get on that shit. No, not stuff that you want. Relevant advertisements, diabolical. Right? Next you're gonna tell me doctors give me prescriptions for medications that I need. What? I thought it was just random, right? One of my favorite parts of going to the pharmacy, right? One of my favorite parts was just kind of going, arthritis medication. Fucking hell, man. Hopefully next month I got that insulin, you know? Like, I love that part of going to the pharmacy. Fucking ridiculous, right? Like, what do they want us to go back to the days where, like, you know, you're watching college, or do they want us to be watching college football and, like, Tampon and NuvaRing commercials come on? Like, no, they're supposed to be fucking targeted. That's the point. This is an amazing use of fucking technology that we can get ads that we want. Next time I fucking see someone complaining about it, you know? Like, this, it just fucking frustrates me. You know? And it's just like, I don't know. That's just China, man. China. And one thing I don't understand about China, it's not that off topic, is you guys know about like China and homosexuality? You guys know about that? Like they're very against homosexuality, right? And it's weird because like they don't have like a religion like Islam, like Arabic countries to be against homosexuality. Like why the fuck are they so against homosexuality? I don't get it, right? And it's even weirder because didn't they have an overpopulation problem? Like, wasn't that a massive issue for them? Like, way too many people, and somehow homosexuality is something that they're mad about? Like, for motherfuckers supposed to be good at math, they're not mathing very well, right? Like, one guy plus one guy, 0 kid. Like, fuck the one couple, one child policy. You could have one couple, 0 child, right? Like, they're not really, I don't understand how they didn't figure that one out. It's very, very stupid, right? It's like, and we know this, right? We know that two guys can't make a kid because like they have a lot of sex. Like we would have found out by now, you know what I'm saying? Like if anyone, I was thinking maybe that's why like gay guys are so promiscuous. Like they're just like if they do it enough, maybe they'll be like an immaculate conception. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, maybe they're just trying to figure it out. Like Steve, just one more time. I'm telling you, this time it'll work. Like we're gonna make a baby this time. No, I don't know. My racism and homophobia just shocks me sometimes. I don't know why my jokes get there. It's just always where it naturally goes. I don't get it. Okay. Something interesting happened to me the other day. Okay, I feel like we coddle disabilities a little bit too much, right? Very loud woo, and a singular woo too. You never want to be a singular woo, and then when someone says something, never singular. But I was thinking this. So I got an Uber, and my Uber driver had Tourette's. Yeah, like nice guy, and he explained to me at the start of the ride, like, hey, I have Tourette's, like just if you hear some random stuff, like whatever. And I'm like, okay, it's all good. And it went okay. Like 20 minutes later, he drops me off at the destination, and and I go and I look at my rating. This guy's got 4.92 stars. I'm like, what? Because that means every other person basically just gave this guy 5 stars. And I can tell you, this was not a fucking 5-star experience. I mean, driving through and this motherfucker's like, shit, fuck, my like on a turn is not fun to be in. I 1-starred him, I'm not gonna lie. And it's just like, every person who was in there had to have given him a 5 stars. And it was not a 5-star experience. And people just refused to admit that. And then every person basically now passed this on to the next person. Because by giving him 5 stars, you're making him someone who, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get an Uber with this guy. And they're just passing on the problem to me. And now, this time, I didn't pass it on. The next person, he's gonna have 4.75 stars. Because he was a shitty fucking Uber driver. I'm sorry. I don't wanna be hearing cursing like that. And, that's just, damn, I'm against homophobia, disability phobia. I don't know where this set is going right now. Sexism? No. I'm done. I've hit the trifecta so far. What else I want to talk about? Okay. Last thing I want to talk about. Yeah, I'll stay with the disabilities. Actually, and gay people. So I finally saw Bros the other day. You guys know Bros? It's like the first gay rom-com from a major studio. It's amazing. Honestly, it was really good. And I was so proud because gay people have come such a long way. It's amazing, right? I mean, there was a long time ago where homosexuality was considered a mental illness. A mental illness, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It was like that till 1973 when activists got them to take it out of the DSM, which is the official book of psychiatric disorders, right? And looking at it back, I think it was kind of a mistake, right? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure gay people could have been getting disability checks this whole time, right? I don't know, right? I mean, that could have been the situation, They could have been walking in the disability office like, oh, Dave, thank you so much for coming in. How was your week? Oh, fuck, how many this week, Dave? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you sucked 3 dicks this week, Dave. Holy shit, man. I'm gonna have to up your max benefits this week. Holy crap. Right? It's like a whole new meaning when someone's like, my disability keeps me in bed all day. It's a whole new thing. Yeah. And that means 2 minutes, right? Or am I done? 2 minutes? Okay. Okay, I'll do this one. This one is sexist, actually. I got you. Trifecta. This is the 4th one. I'm really hitting all my bases today. So I don't know what it is about one thing I gotta say, even though gay people might have been getting those disability checks, I feel like lesbians, we wouldn't be getting them. Yeah. No, I feel like society as a whole hasn't taken lesbians seriously, right? I always feel like they've been in the shadow of their big gay brother. Right? There's a lot of guys out there, especially straight guys, who don't take lesbianism seriously. Yeah, and unfortunately, recently I realized I might be one of them. No, I'm serious. I was talking to this girl that I'd hooked up with a while ago, and we had reconnected, and we were just sitting there. We were watching Sex Lives of College Girls, the Mindy Kaling show, and at some point the body count conversation came up in the show, which is like how many people you slept with, and just innocently we kind of just asked each other, right? And she gave me like a pretty high number. We're talking like near triple digits. Like I know I'm not supposed to think that way, but you know I grew up in Orange County. I haven't shedded it all yet. And so I did that, and you know it definitely like you know geeked me out just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. But then when I asked her, I was like, you know, like, how did you meet all these guys? Like, this is, you know, I was just out of curiousness. No, I'm serious. But then she like clarified to me. She was like, oh no, actually, most of them were women. And all of a sudden, I didn't care so much about like how many people she'd been with. Like, I was like, well, mostly okay, you know, like it's like subconsciously my penis didn't see like heterosexual sex equivalent to lesbian sex. Like lesbian sex was like low, right? It's fucked up. But in the same way, it's a little gay, because, like, the only thing missing from lesbian sex is, like, a penis. So, like, when did this penis importance come to me? Like, I guess I need a penis in sex for me to see it as real, right? I don't know. I felt really bad about it. I'm doing what I can to fix that. I'm watching as much hardcore lesbian pornography I can find. Like, the most hardcore. This guy's nodding his head like, yes, I've been through this exact thing. He's holding his head. It's like, yeah, man. This young kid, he doesn't even know yet. You know, as much as I can until I find, like, it's okay. Thank you so much. My name's Lincoln. She always wants to do, like, the fine thing. Yeah, you can find me on, actually, I made a TikTok, so Lincoln.comedy. So, it's got a couple views. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I posted my first video. Didn't get 1 million views. I thought maybe that would happen, but it's all good. What are you gonna do? No, I'm kidding. Anyways, thank you so much.
Keep it going for Lincoln. Come on. I need to clarify something. Just, you know, this is a wide disclaimer. But we here at the LA School of Comedy support the LBGTQ community. Let's have a round of applause for all of the LBGTQ community. Also, while we're at it, let's have a little applause for the H's, the heterosexuals, who made all those other letters possible. Where would the LGBTQ community be without the H's? I'll tell you where. No fucking where. Because if it weren't for breeders, where would the LGBTQers of the future come from? Chris? All right, once again, a canvas painting of trout. A canvas painting of trout. Yeah! Well, let's get the energy up here. I'm going to count to 3, and I want mutual orgasms all across the room. Ready? I'll get you cloth. Don't worry. You'll be fine. 1, 2, 3. Give it up! Keep that energy going. We've got another guy with a great cowboy name coming up. Put your hands together for Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
Hello. Thank you. I just did what you did.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so this is my first time here and my first time doing stand-up comedy. Yeah, so my mom's gonna watch this. I'm still gonna tell this story. This is my first blowjob. Yeah. Yeah, pretty aggressive. I was 16, and you know when you're 16, you get your license, you get your car. Your car is pretty much fuck zone. That's okay. I'm gonna try that again. All right, I'm gonna start my set over again. No. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, you do fine.
All right.
Restart the clock.
Thank you guys.
Never acknowledge it. Just go.
Yeah, fuck that. Okay. So I'm 16. Her name's Molly. Oh god, now I can't clip this. No TikTok for me. 16. I'm in a car, and I'm like, okay, I need to find a good spot. Quiet. Nobody goes around. So I think a parking lot. My middle school parking lot. Easy. Pull in the middle school parking lot. I'm a little awkward guy. I don't really know how to get her to the back seat, you know? I'm kind of hoping she takes initiative there. All of a sudden, donuts. Just donuts in the parking lot. Another car. I'm like, oh god, this fucking Mustang got cock block me. No chance I'm gonna get anything right now. Whatever. Sitting there, and finally car leaves. We go to the back seat, and she starts blowing me. Give it up. I cock my head back. I'm like, God, this is feeling great. And then I see red and blue lights.
Shit.
Yeah, red and blue lights. Open my eyes. Look. cop lights straight into the car. Whoever was doing those donuts earlier got a cop called on them and came to my crime scene. So she's still going. I tell her to stop. I jump out of the car. I start spewing bullshit to this cop. I'm so sorry. We're not supposed to be here. I'm 16. I don't know what to do. He's like, I look down, fully erect penis. I stand there, I look at him like, okay, all right. I pull up my pants, turn around, and I'm just speechless. The cop, he is speechless too, because he just saw a 16-year-old's cock. And I don't think he knows how to deal with the situation. He asked me, what were you guys doing? And I pretty much was like, obviously I think it's pretty clear what we were doing. And he's like, how old are you? I said, 16. Nice. So, free. Thank you guys. I don't have 10 minutes. This is fun. I'm going to keep coming back here.
That was really good. Give him a little more love. Come on. How about that?
Oh my god, yeah. See the concept. That's what I thought.
Are you done?
Sorry.
Okay. One more time for Kyle and his 16-year-old penis. Yeah, man.
The best 16-year-old penis the world has got.
Let me tell you something. I'm 59. I have fond memories of my own 16-year-old penis.
I'm sure it was a good penis.
I'm kind of going back right now, even as we speak. Because your penis, when you're 16 years old, you just don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate it. I recently turned 59. I'm shooting pool with a rope. I'll leave it with that. I'll tell you, the thing is, okay. You know what I mean.
No!
Clap if you have a urologist. Do you have a urologist? Okay. Again, we're of the same vintage. Yeah, you. By the way, you will.
I know.
You will at a certain point. There is a point where, like me, I just turned 59. Not bad. This is pretty good. My neck is 73. And my testicles are in a race for ground level. The left one is in the lead. Yeah, the left one's more important. I don't know if the left one is the senior partner. It does all of the heavy lifting. You know that, sir, of course. But I was recently given a prescription for Cialis. Cialis is Viagra's unpredictable cousin. Because it reminded me of my 16-year-old penis, because your penis will just get hard at any reason for at completely inopportune times. You know, like back when you're 16 and you're asked to go to the board to work out a problem. That's why I wore a sweater, even when it was warm out, to kind of just pull the sweater down. Because I went to Catholic school, you get a detention for having an erection. I'll tell you the truth. They would give you a detention for having an erection in class. And the detention, I would have to clean erasers and move the desks around. And to this day, when I move furniture, I become aroused. I don't know what to tell you. It's just true. You seem very uncomfortable with that. That's okay. I'll be moving the chairs later. You'll see. Hey! Listen, this next man has a second career as a semi-professional underage stripper. He is AKA Johnny Pancakes. But put your hands together for Henry Laz. Come on, Henry Laz!
Yeah.
I like the preface to the set that I'm gonna tell the story of my first blowjob. Also, I gave my mom the link so that she could watch me tell it live. Not like I'm gonna make sure this goes well. Like, no, she's watching. Kyle's mom. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Henry Laz. I'm a Jewish comedian from New York. Because we needed more. Yeah. It's a unique perspective. No one's ever heard it. I'm in college. I go to Loyola Marymount University. I guess. It's fine. Like, if you want to know how college is going, I'm doing open mic comedy, so... Yeah, it could be better. I'm not going to lie to you. though I have known I want to do comedy for a while. I remember I first started doing comedy when I was 14 in New York at the Gotham Comedy Club, but the first joke I ever told, I was 12 years old, and it was in my English class. We were doing this speech contest, and I was trying to do a comedy speech, so I thought, I've always kind of wanted to make people laugh, why not try it out? So I wrote this joke, and I told it, and I completely bombed, because I was in my 7th grade English class, but I still remember the joke, and I've reworked it and kind of got it to work. So I was confused as to why you'll be feeding a baby, and you'll be feeding it like mushy peas or whatever it is, and I'll be like, but then you'll like tell the baby, oh, here comes the airplane. They'll be like, I love terrorism. Malaysia Flight 370, it's gone. It's in my belly. No one knows. Yeah, that always made me kind of wonder. Yeah, I'm from New York. Anyone?
Woo!
Are you?
I was born in New York and I went to Loyola.
Loyola.
Whoa! Yeah, we're the same.
Wow.
It's future.
Time travel!
It's Henry from the future.
That's me, bro. Alright. Wait, Loyola Marymount or Loyola Chicago?
Loyola Marymount.
Damn, okay. Wait, well, where are you from in New York?
Long Island.
What part of Long Island?
Syosset.
Oh, okay, my mom's from Lawrence. I don't know. This is the thing, though. He said he's from New York. And that's interesting, and I picked this up. I don't think you got... Kenzie's here.
What up?
Kenzie.
Hey, what up?
I don't know if you guys picked this up, but he said he's from New York. He didn't say he's from the city, because people from the city, when they say where they're from, they're specific, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Staten Island, but I made it out. Yeah. You know Times Square? I live a mile west of Times Square, baby. No, I didn't grow up in the Hudson River. I floated around it. It's different. Come on. No, yeah, so I'm from Scarsdale, New York, which is a suburb outside the city, which is why, as, I noted, I still don't say I'm from New York City. I don't say I'm from Manhattan. I'm just from New York. It's calm. All right, it's all right. How was everyone's 2020? Anyone have a good 2020?
Nice.
Yeah. You did? Interesting. I don't know. I remember Gen Z 2020. It was the beginning of 2020. The ball was dropping in Times Square, and I was in the White Plains Hospital, in the same hospital where DMX died. So it was months later that DMX died there. But I was in the hospital for 4 nights on the New Year's Eve of 2020, and with a mysterious illness. I almost needed a ventilator, but I didn't. I had a mysterious illness. We originally thought it was the flu. Wasn't the flu. We thought it was pneumonia. Wasn't pneumonia. And obviously, beginning of 2020, you know what it was? Vaping-related illness. Close. Close. You were almost there, yeah. Yeah, it's called E-Valley. I don't know. It's funny because I still vape. But that's how Gen Z I am. You can't tell me nothing. Last time I was here, Wednesday, there was a guy who came in, shout out. He's not watching this, he has shit to do. He was a neuroscientist, yeah. No, this is the thing, he came on stage and he was very obviously happy. He's a neuroscientist, he has a steady job. And it's that's the thing, you're coming to a comedy club and you're happy? What the fuck? You think I'm doing this because I'm happy? No, I would like you guys to laugh to make me feel a little bit better, okay? I need it, okay? That's all. It's not that tough. When I was in high school, you're talking about high school sex experiences, I used to say I didn't have sex with this girl because, we only, I didn't really finish it, we were in, a car, it wouldn't work, and then, we just went to third base. So my logic was oh, I didn't finish, whatever, I wasn't even close, so we didn't have sex. But then, I started applying that logic more, and I was wait, does that mean that every girl I've had sex with didn't have sex with me? Shit, this is a slippery slope. I don't know if I want to go down, okay? Y'all heard of Ghost Kitchens? Anyone? Yeah. This is the Ghost Kitchens, I was reading an article. Mark loves articles. If Mark were here, he would love my anti-Palestine joke.
He would. He probably would.
He would. No, this is the thing. I was reading an article about how there's a lot of unpaid labor that's going on in ghost kitchens around the city of Los Angeles, and The problem is that like there's no real easy solution to fix the problem because they've tried giving the ghosts money and they won't take it. You know, they have no use for money. So they've tried to give them haunted houses, souls of homeless people for them to eternally damn, but obviously they can't eternally damn them. And the problem with that is that the homeless people are often in very shaky health, so they can only damn those souls for a little while. And then the houses, it's like, yeah, they belong to the ghost, but you can't put it down as like ghost property, so you have to leave it open, and then it's a whole thing you have to deal with like the housing department where it's a ghost property, and then you have to sell a haunted house, and it's Lenny, you know what I'm talking about. He's been there. Lenny has crackheads coming through his house all the time. Crackhead and Lenny. That'd be a good pair. That'd be a good podcast. Yeah.
She came back.
Again.
Oh shit.
Gotta move, bro. Gotta move, honestly. It's a problem at this point. I don't know, Lenny. See, I was seeing a girl recently who was a paralegal. So I had to check. She was lying. She had both of her legs. Bitch. No, she's working as a paralegal right now. She's going to Stanford Law in August, so she's smart, but she is hanging out with me, so take it with a little bit of a grain of sand. No, I don't know, like, yeah, it's crazy. Love you, Anya. No, but like, she had this like little bust of Socrates in her apartment, and I was just kind of like, yo, you ever think about the fact that Socrates is kind of like a punk-ass little bitch? She got really upset. She was like, wait, do you actually not like Socrates? Like, oh my god. And I was like, babe, personally, I don't give a fuck about answering questions with questions. It's really not. I don't care. Like, it's fine. He can do what he wants. Should I end on Lenny?
Her back.
John Cena.
Okay, so anyone see the movie Annie Hall recently?
Yeah.
Not recently, but at all. Yeah, so it's a Woody Allen movie. If you get past the fact that Woody Allen is like a pedophile and married his stepdaughter, it's a good movie. Okay, there's some good lines. Like the first scene, he says how I would never want to be a part of any group that would have someone like me as a member. You know, and it kind of got me thinking about my relationships. And there's this scene where he's with the girl and they're in bed and they're like hooking up and he stops. He's like, guys, I can't do it. All right, I can't get it through my head. Like the bullet came from two angles, okay? There was no way that Lee Harvey Oswald could have made that shot. Like he was like in bed with the girl rationalizing JFK's murder, just conspiracies. And it made me think like about times when I'm laying in bed with girls and they'll be like, oh, what are you thinking? And I'll always come up with some sort of stupid cop-out. Like, oh, you're pretty, you know? Like, oh, your eyes, something. Oh, sorry, fuck. I didn't think of it, man. Shit, that's my bad.
Don't worry.
Sore subject.
Don't worry.
But this is the thing. It's good that I say that shit, because if I were to be honest, it'd be like, oh, what are you thinking about? And I'd be like, raw. She'd be like, oh, you wanna do it raw? And I'm like, no. On Monday Night Raw, John Cena's returning, and I'm really excited. And John Cena's gonna be at WrestleMania in a week, and I'm so fucking pumped. Oh my god, Austin Theory, fuck you, man. John Cena's gonna wrestle. I'm going to day one, so who's gonna wrestle? They're gonna have Logan Paul wrestle, which is gonna be lame, because who cares? Just get the right way. I want to give a shout out to the Jews. And I want to give a any Jews?
You.
Yeah. I always like to give a shout out to the Jews and get excited when I see Jews, you know, the whole thing that happened. It's good for us. Alright, my name's Henry Laz. You can find me on Instagram at Henry Laz. Thank you guys for doing a great job. Let's keep it going for Patty.
Keep it going for Henry. Wow.
Alright.
That's a comedy staple. Always end with a Holocaust reference.
Oh, yeah.
Always. And you know, I may be mistaken, but I think it was Woody Allen that said, if God hates pedophilia, why did he make my stepdaughter so hot? I think that was him, I'm not sure. Not even a groan from you. He's just kind of looking at me. I feel judged, sir, but that's okay. He's a good-looking fella. If you ever go to jail, I'd like to go with you. Hey! Wow! Just throwing out these comedy gems left and right, baby. Left and right. This next comedian is one of my personal favorites. He's got an album he's recording shortly. And I think you are going to love the comedic stylings of the one and only Mike Moody.
How you guys doing? You guys good? Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot going on today already. I'm glad to be here. You guys happy to be here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm not good at like small talk. Like I'm not good at like people's opinions. Kind of sometimes I be feeling like weird about them because my answers to them be kind of trash. I was talking to this lady that I know that lives in my neighborhood, and she was like, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have gotten married. What do you think about that? And I was like, I don't know. Even Batman likes a fat ass. I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me. What is this question? Like, the question didn't go anywhere. I don't like when questions don't go anywhere. Celebrity couples. I'm going to do a lot of couple stuff tonight. I don't know why I'm going to do that. Everybody hates that shit. But I got to figure it out. Tory Lanez is going to jail.
What?
Yeah. He's Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. That divided the black community for a little bit. I don't know if you guys knew about that. That divided us. It was like the OJ verdict, but just for us. It was a big deal. Every black woman was like, he did that shit. And every black dude was like, I want to see her foot. I need evidence. I need every exhibit explored. That shit did happen, though. It was funny. Somebody talking? Okay, you can hear it from the outside. Hey, couples, what's going on with couples? Yeah, everybody's lonely? That's a couple, at least right now. Y'all a couple in the room, because y'all came together. Everybody else, I can't tell. Anybody in a relationship? No? I know Patty's married. Y'all ain't saying shit. Okay. Nobody? All right. Okay. I don't know. That shit is weird now. It's a little weird now. Am I tripping? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's a little bit weird now. I don't know. No, it's just completely weird now. I'm just thinking about it. Because, like, women are new, like, they like the new men. Like, they're, like, men now. And women are, like, way honest. You're, like, dudes dance around shit, but women are way honest. You ever see, like, a girl's dating profile on an app? She'll be like, I'm married, but it's not working out. I'm like, what the fuck? Have you seen that? I've seen that shit. It's not working out. I'm trying to test the waters. I was like, I'm not gonna get killed, bitch. Like that's stupid. Women are way honest though. They wear it forward and shit. I was talking to one chick. This is like the first conversation on the phone. And she was like, yeah, one day when you're comfortable, maybe I could peg you. I was like, what? This is the first conversation. This is the first time I've heard your voice. And we're like 90 seconds into this shit. Like, you're a reckless. You're a reckless. So, no, maybe like when we get to know each other, I can fuck your ass. And I'm like, yo, call me old fashioned, but I'm supposed to bring that up. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm a man of old standards. I feel like I'm supposed to bring up anal to you and be like, hey, maybe one day I can fuck you in the ass. You know what I mean? I didn't know that it was like that these days. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. I ain't letting nobody do that shit. Come on, man. I can't do that. I just can't do that. I just can't do that right now. That's not where I'm at. I'm not right there. But women are way better at dating apps because they have like ghostwriters. They got like a team of writers. You guys have seen this shit, obviously. Like, you hit her up, she screenshots that shit to about 8 people. And then they figure out a response. I was talking to one chick, I was like, what turns you on? She was like, intelligence. It's like, obviously that's the answer from the council. You know what I mean? You can't just get off on intelligence alone. I was like, what, do you have a dildo at home that spits out Alan Watts quotes? The desire, not the desire, is still a desire. You're just sitting on knowledge and information. Riding it out. I don't know, that shit is weird to me, man. I don't be ready for that shit. I don't be ready. I don't know, man. I was Come on in. There you go. Come on in. Yeah. Anyway, so no, no, man. I'm looking for that black love. Anybody seen the Habib show? Like that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that shit. That joke is black specific. I aim to do jokes like that. I appreciate you for being here. She'll ask me in the car what this shit is on the way home. You have to explain it to her. But,
He said no. He said I don't.
No, she know what it is too. That's what I'm saying. Okay, a Beam show is like this black, like porn. Okay. But they fuck like they love each other. It's very interesting. I can't explain it to you. You gotta watch it. They fuck like they love each other, but they just met. You know what I mean? I can't explain it to you. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? All right, cool. I just wanna make sure I'm not tripping. Like, I have very nuanced jokes, and I'll make sure they're going somewhere. I don't want to be wasting my time on a fucking Friday night. Okay. I like arguing though. I like arguing. I think arguing gets places. Like that silent treatment shit don't work. I don't like it. I like to argue with a chick. You know what I mean? I was with a chick. She was in a debate club. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was sparring with that bitch. It was crazy. She didn't really have no points, but she knew how to fucking she was good at it. I feel like sometimes to combat the arguing, sometimes I just tell them that they're right. People get pissed off when you tell them they're right before you argue. You notice that? They get mad. That's like if you took a fucking Olympic team and you put them on a plane and you took them to the country that the Olympics was happening and they got off the plane and you just handed them the gold medal. They'd be like, this is not how I wanted this. I trained all summer for this. And you're like, okay. I gotta work on that one. My life obviously didn't go super well because I'm a comedian. Up to this point, it's getting better. Part of my trauma, y'all. If I sound like I've been through a lot of shit, but that's what happens. I don't know. I don't be getting excited for a lot of shit. Like my parents passed away in a car accident on the way to vacation. So I'm not excited for anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm skeptical when something's happening.
Oh man.
Like even on like a good date. And the chick is like, when you get home, this pussy's yours. I'm like, bitch, we gotta get home first. I don't have time for these promises you can't keep. Thank you. So I'm working on me. Yeah. I think that if you guys are working on relationships, you should work on them because it's worth it. I think everybody should be themselves, because it's important. You know what I mean? No matter what your race is, no matter what your orientation, I think everybody should be happy. The only thing I think is hard sometimes is pronouns. Just when we choose to express the pronouns. Don't you feel like sometimes it's the wrong time? Just the wrong time, just a little bit. I know y'all can't laugh because y'all got works and shit. I don't work. I do this. But no, you know what I mean? Sometimes you be like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what if the world's in and you trying to grab somebody's hand off a ledge? And you're like, yo, bro, I got you. And they're hanging like, yo, it's not bro. Like, they're just hanging.
It's not bro.
You will address me as them, nigga. You're like, okay, all right, you know what I mean? You just gonna do it anyway. I only say they, them because I feel like that's the hardest pronoun. Because you stole that shit from the Illuminati. Like, that shit is crazy. Who killed JFK? Them niggas, bro. They did that shit. Thank you guys so much.
Yes! Yeah, one more time for Mike Moody. Wicked good. I know you mentioned, you know that Patty's married. Is anyone, where am I married? Anybody married here? Okay, we got, okay. Anybody in love? How about that? Anybody in love?
Yeah.
This is a fucking sad state. You gotta raise your hand again. You're in big fucking trouble. How about divorce? Is anybody here? All right, you had that world weary look on your face. Yeah. How about this is my favorite category. Anybody just fucking? Yeah. All right. Clean please keep fucking because I'm about to enter my Social Security and I need fucking people to pay into it. I'm an evolved heterosexual. I know that no means no. I've been married many years. I know even yes means probably fucking not. But there's a thing, like maybe you would know this, sir, and you probably have known this. I've been married for 31 years, man. That's a long fucking time. It's easy to fall in love. You can fall in love 3-4 times a year. Try fucking staying in love. Shit is hard. So, clap if you know what a hall pass is. Okay. My wife and I, we've agreed on a hall pass. I'm married to a tiny Filipina woman, and her hall pass is Idris Elba. She calls him Hot Black Jesus. My hall pass is, of course, Sunda Kroonquist.
Okay.
Yeah. It has been ever since Joan Rivers passed away. And a close second, Idris Elba. Just saying. You go to Loyola Marymount. That's a Catholic school.
Jesuit. I think
Once again, that's Catholic.
Yeah.
You want to help me move the chairs after? Hey, hold on. Don't read into it.
I don't want to get hard.
Hey, take your time. It's time release humor. You should just laugh when I do it. That way you won't be embarrassed. You're just going to laugh on the way home. Oh, fuck, that shit was funny. Doesn't help Patty, does it? All right, we're going to move right along here. Our next comedian, again, with a great cowboy name. A great cowboy name. Put your hands together for the one and only Kenzie. Come on! Kenzie! It's like a Scottish fucking cowboy. Keep it going for Kenzie. He'll find his way up there eventually. We want enthusiasm. Woo! Pow! One more time for Kenzie.
Alright, what's up? Where's the water?
Oh, it's right there.
It's right there?
Get him water.
I'm parched. Alright, just take a breath. Alright. Am I sweating? Yeah, profusely. No, not really. Do I look sweaty?
No.
Tell me I look sweaty?
It just looks like the lights, though.
Are we gonna fight right now? I like how Patty earlier was pretending to have sex, and then, like, is this?
That's the extent of it now, yeah.
That's a wide lady. Big swastika.
About 3 by 3.
Oh my god. My god. Anyways, I recently became a doorman at a club.
Yeah.
And I just want to be clear, okay? It's doorman. Alright? It's not door boy. It's not door guy. It's doorman. Alright? And I feel toxic. You know? It's the first job I've had with man in the title. But it's not toxic in like a masculine way. Like a Britney Spears, like when she was hot kind of way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, dude, you get it. She was hot, now she's not. Yeah. Yeah, man. For sure. But yeah, you heard your host right. My name is Kenzie. Kind of like the cute girl, you know. He plays fast pitch. Just want to be clear. I am not a cute girl who plays fast pitch. Okay, I do get misgendered pretty often though. And I just want to be clear again. All right, I identify as a tough guy. Okay, I knew it ever since I was young. You know, ever since I was little, I knew it. When I was 3 years old, my brother, he fell and tripped in front of me and scraped his knee and started crying about it. And I called him a pussy. It was my first word. My very first memory, I was walking on active train tracks, 5 years old, picking up snakes, you know? And just recently, I purchased a jean jacket. Yeah, like a cool one. And like Levi's. It's a Levi's jean jacket. You know, next move, I'm gonna get a bike. You know, one with an engine. I'm training for a fight right now with my neighbor. She keeps talking shit. She told me I sing too loud. I was like, yeah, but like, is it good though? And she was like, no, you suck. I was like, yeah, well, those Girl Scout cookies you sold me suck. And then she challenged me to a fight at midnight. So I'm preparing for that. Gotta kick this little girl's ass. Gonna give her one of these. You know, hit her with that judo chop. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle some stale cookies over her. The ones that she sold me. Kick her while she's down. Bitch. No, I'm not actually tough. I'm not actually tough, guys. I got laces on my shoes. I got laces on my shoes tied in bunny knots. Okay? You can't have bunny knots and be tough. Nobody with laces on their shoes has ever been tough. Because the bunny knots are too cute. It takes away from the toughness. And, you know, dudes with Velcro, though. Dudes with Velcro, watch out. You know, people say watch out for the dudes with the gnarly ears. You know, the UFC ears. The
cauliflower ears?
Yeah, the cauliflower ears. Nah, dude. Watch out for dudes with Velcro. Ears. Yeah. Anyways, this is Funky Friday. Is it getting funkier? Is this weird or what? Y'all seem cool. Yeah. Woo. Maybe not you. I'm worried about you. Anyone in here religious? Y'all religious? This guy? We got Patty. Oh, I haven't seen you so long. Hey. As the first black Mormon ever, right there. Right, sorry for outing you. And Annie's got the biggest dick west of the Atlantic, so watch out. Yeah, I'm not religious, man. I'm not religious. I didn't grow up religious, you know, but I studied it a little bit in college, just like on the side, you know, while focusing on other stuff that I don't want to get into because it's boring. But yeah, I'm not religious. But I like going on walks, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like when I'm walking, you know, I'm walking with God, dude. And the other day I was walking, you know, through my neighborhood. It's not far from here. I was walking, and I came across 20 parrots in the trees. Well, it might have been parakeets. I can't tell the difference. But I was thinking to myself, I was hoping that there was going to be a pirate around, you know, but there wasn't. But there was God. Mm-hmm. But God could be a pirate, right? I could be a pirate. You know, there are Somalian pirates right now. And they might be God too. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Due to the glasses you got head at 16? Fuck yeah, bro. Dude, that's a cool little flex. Head at 16. So many people, dude, like, don't ever. It's like a bummer for them. It feels like going to sleep, man. Man, I woke up in a panic this morning. You know, I was afraid China was gonna take over. Back to China. You see, they got more concentration camps popping up in China. I've actually been to one of those concentration camps, except we called it a meditation retreat. We focused real hard on our concentration. Oh yeah, back to, what was it, Lincoln's point with China being homophobic, China and Disney. So yeah, they don't like gay people, but they also don't like black people. The Star Wars movie where they had the Super Trooper dude, or who was like black and he was like cool and everything. In China, they like took him out. He wasn't on the cover. He wasn't, like, he had cut so many of his parts. It was super racist, China. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good boo. Alright guys, sorry for boring you to death. It's been, alright, let's get this Funky Friday going. Oh my god. Thank you for the water.
Kenzie, give it up for an energetic display of comedic style. Come on. Keep it going for Kenzie. Yeah. There was a reference, and I'm curious to see who would get this reference. A bunny knot. How many people out there know what a bunny knot is?
For your shoes.
Bunny knot? The reason I know is I was a Boy Scout. I was in the Boy. They teach you how to. I'm actually wearing my my Eagle Scout thong. my Scoutmaster, he knitted it for me himself. It's a little itchy, but it still fits.
Was that his merit badge?
It was a strange merit badge, but I did earn it the hard way. I'm going to leave it alone. Wow! Wow, just kicking it up, aren't we, darling? Is this an energetic evening for you? You're here with the amazing Kanye West. Yeah. He's disappeared. He's having a Well, I'm going to say something because there were some religious references that came up. And I was raised terminally Catholic. But I have a healthy respect for bad juju. Sometimes, and don't think less of me, I think of Satan to maintain my erection. Because Satan is hot. Satan is a seducer. Satan would have to be. Satan is a bipolar nymphomaniac, passive-aggressive power bottom, who will service you at any time in any place, guilt-free! Oh. God is judgment. God is the missionary position with the lights off. You know what I mean? It's so great. God is very judgmental for someone who impregnated a 15-year-old virgin who was already married. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, my theology set is going well here, is it not? We're going to move this right along. And actually, I was curious, were they passing Xanax out at the door as you guys were walking in here? Because there seems to be 3 fucking active brain cells going around, and it just jumps from audience member to audience member. Right now, Lenny's got one of them. Right now. But we're going to move right along here. This next comedian is my comedy goddaughter, so you better give it up for her. You better give it up for the one and only Sam. Come on!
But barely. Nobody's talking to you guys. You're great. We have audience tonight. How you guys feeling? Good. Glad you came. That's what she said. Earlier, Mark made this joke. I'm gonna try. I don't watch the news. I don't read the news. I just come here. So, and I'm also very easily moldable. So I try to hear nothing. So I don't have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm in progress. Is how I would describe myself. But he made this joke, and it was the government. Oh my god, it's gonna be so embarrassing trying to even say this. I'm glad he's not here. Something bear, and he said more like panda bear. And I didn't get that it was a race thing, because I was like, oh, he's saying like they're so fucking easy to kill that they're sitting on their fat asses eating bamboo. Like, I feel like a panda would be the easiest, silliest, meanest, cruelest act of political violence, as opposed to like what, a brown bear, like a regular fucking bear that anybody could kill. You'd have to find a panda bear. Where are they? In the zoo? You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I heard there's not a lot of them left. But it's like, I don't want to know how many, because it'll make me sad. Like, you know, if I knew there were 3, I'd be like, then there's going to be 2. I told a few people I wouldn't look at my phone. And, I'm doing it. Because this is an open mic. Every time I tell an Uber driver where I'm going, they're like, I can't wait to come see your show. I'm like, not a show, not Friends. Are you SAG? You know what I mean? Like, what? How real are we talking? I was in the car and I saw a sign that said tree work ahead. And I was like, do better. You know, like, it almost looks like free work ahead. It's giving gardener with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that means. What kind of tree work? Is it tree gone or tree new? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's vague. I don't like it. It's confusing. I was putting my socks on in my Uber here. And I was like, is this sexual harassment on my end? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there bare fucking toed, putting my socks on in this man's Toyota. I didn't ask, you know what I mean? But he didn't ask to see my toes to begin with. Hey, I don't know. My Uber driver today, I was in an Uber. I Uber a lot. I'm Jewish. I have my dad to for that support for my Uber career. But we were talking. She's beautiful. She's sweet. Whatever. I made a joke. Something. I'm gonna keep doing that. Something Ben Shapiro. And she was like, oh, he's great. And I was like, is he? Like, I just acted like I didn't know him. It's like I couldn't have my own fucking opinion. I was like, oh my god, is he great? I didn't know. Tell me. And it was hard. But then we're driving down, this is true, Westwood by Big Chill. And I see, like, probably, it shuffled, but like one of my top 3 high school crushes on the sidewalk. And me and her are talking about intuition and manifestation. I'm in her fucking red Tesla. I roll the fucking window down. I scream his name out the window. And then Nicki Minaj was playing. And it was like, I don't know. The Uber driver was like, I just got chills. And I was like, girl, chill. I don't know. It was a lot. I work at Bath and Body Works. And thank you so much, honestly, seriously. Like, retail workers are really, we feel you, we love you, we appreciate you. I am all about the fucking customer, dude. I don't give a fuck about the manager. Like, someone will say one complaint, and I'm like, call customer service. Return it. You know what I mean? Like, that's our policy, 100% guarantee. I'm also really good at sales, I'll be honest. Because I pretend like I'm the cool teacher. They're like, I'm looking for a lotion. I'm like, look, I see 2 of you. It's buy 3, get 1. I don't know, Venmo, what's going on? But you want to get one thing? Get one thing. Get one thing. I'll come back. That's aggressive, but it's nice, but it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Or they walk in and I'm like, oh, cute hat. What's going on? Hand sanitizer? Hey. Like, it's real. Like, that's real. Or a baby comes and I'm just like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. And then we have stickers and shit. I don't know what I'm doing at the fucking mall. Like, I know every security guard. There's this one guy who cleans at the mall. And he speaks enough English, but I can tell he has something more to say to me, you know what I'm saying? But every time he sees me, he'll put down his mop and his fucking broom and like, ah, and then he'll have like a coworker of mine translate to me that he's telling me I'm pretty. And I'm like, at this, like, you're so small, and you're so old, you know, and you're gonna get a translator to try and fucking flirt with me, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. Like, that is a lot of steps for, like, an outcome that I don't even want to know what he wants, but it's so slim to none. What happens when you get there? How are we gonna communicate? So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was checking out this customer. I'm like 2 minutes in. And I'm like, I got to the part where I'm like, you know, you have $10. If you spend $100 over time, you can earn a free item. All of a sudden, this girl can't speak English. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to her for 2 minutes. Like, tell me. It was embarrassing. I don't know. Happens to me a lot at work. Today I saw this woman, old woman, old. Like it looked like Fiddler on, like it was just like I thought she was holding something on her back to get around. It was her back. You know what I'm saying? And she had, it was like, she looked like there was dirt from before dirt. And an even older man than her. And they're walking, and every day, I'm fucking horny at the mall, bro. I am so, because everybody's in love, everybody's spending money, everybody's like, where's the food, where's the drinks? I'm like, please fuck elsewhere. And also, why is everyone filming each other at the mall? I don't like dogs at the mall. I don't like, I don't know, it's just, it made me sad. I went from I'm horny at the mall and I had to immediately get negative. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we just stay horny? Like, everyone comes up here and they're like, sex, drugs, violence. Like, just either be horny, don't be horny. It's your choice. This one guy was like, I'm trying to get you in my bed and bath and make that body work. And I was like, okay, good try. Wrong store. You combine the stores. I don't know why people think I would be able to sell a mattress. Like, that feels like, I don't know, like a big thing to decide. Like, someone, where they sleep. How long are you supposed to keep them? I don't want to know. I don't know. There's so many things I don't want to know because then I have no excuse for me not doing them, you know? Like, if someone's like, ooh, you're supposed to change your mattress every 2 years. It's like, I don't want to know. Yeah, but that I needed to know. Needed. This guy wouldn't let me vape in his room.
Whoa.
A guy who, you know what I mean, just a guy in the literal sense. I did, right? Oh. And I'm like, you're gonna tell me what I can or cannot put in my mouth after what we just did? So small. Not, well, enough that it was like not like, you know, memorable, you know what I'm saying? Then afterwards, he's like, I think I have ED. I'm like, why are you telling me you have an eating disorder? Like, I already go to group therapy. I don't need this fucking bullshit on the side. He was like, whatever, talking about his penis. Like, he got there. I didn't tell my parents not to watch. Okay, listen. I love you guys. Oh, he's not here, but don't put your fucking foot on the stage. Love you. Bye. Give it up for Patty. He suffered from erectile dysfunction, like, what? And you're 20? Like, what's wrong with you? I think he's vegan.
One more time for Sam. Uber. And Uber's everywhere. They've expanded, you know, they have the new Uber abortion. It's like a regular Uber, except they arbitrarily slam on the brakes. Okay, that was a dull thud. That was a dull thud, baby. That's okay. We're gonna move. We're gonna move right fucking along. Woo! Yeah, baby. This is more like an AA meeting. This next comedian is very funny, and you need to show some enthusiasm. So I'm going to do an enthusiasm check before I bring him up here. I'm going to go back to the 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go ha. I want 2 ha-has back, so pay attention. You too, Kenzie. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ha! Ha! That's a little bit better. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Ha! Damn, there's like a tranquilizer going around this fucking room.
One more time.
One more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ha! That was a little bit better. Keep that ha-ha energy going and put your hands together for Anya West. Come on. Wake him up. Anya West, baby, come on.
We're gonna do this. Alright, let's get the audio recording because guys, if you don't record your audio, you should. You know, give you something to listen to in traffic. Is that weird? Is that narcissistic? Is that weird to listen to my own stuff? You know, just working, you know, you just gotta work it out. I'm gonna talk about addiction later in this set, but I've just found something new to be addicted to, and I'm very excited about it. If you can't tell by my energy, I'm very excited. I don't know if you guys have been watching like regular cable TV lately. I don't even know if it's cable TV. I think it's on ABC. There's a new show.
that recently came out. A lot of judging shows or judge shows have like been getting replaced. I don't know if you noticed, like a few shows, like I think it was Judge Joe Brown. I think his show is out now. I think Judge Mathis isn't on anymore. Yeah, Judge Mathis was lit. There's a lot of cool judge shows. If you don't watch judge shows, please tap in. But my new addiction is gonna supersede all of those. Is Judge Steve. Steve Harvey has a judging show, and I'm so serious. It's so good. It's so good because it's like they're in a courtroom. There's regular people behind, like it's a regular court show. People come in with cases and they're like, yo, judge, like my son is here and he been living in my house and breaking up my windows and everything, and he owed me $2,000. And she's like, and then the kid's like, man, my mom was supposed to love me, take care of me, da da da. And then Steve is like, know what? I know you want this $2,000, but what you really need is a relationship with your son. I'll pay the money. I'm like, what the fuck? The judge is gonna pay the $2,000, and I'm gonna also give you a lunch that I'm gonna pay for. I want you guys to go out and eat and get to know each other. The camera's gonna follow you. We'll come back in 2 weeks and see how y'all doing. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not how a judge is supposed to act. But he's not a judge. It's like it's fucking Steve Harvey. It's like you bring your case to Steve Harvey, anything can happen. Like I don't know if y'all got beef with me, but let's take it to Judge Steve. Let's just take it to Steve. I'm excited. I just want to know what he would say. Like I just want to have the experience. It's such a great show. I don't know. Y'all should watch it. They don't pay me. This is just free promo. I was feeling festive this morning. Well, not festive. I had I don't know what it is, what it's called. It's like school spirit, but for work. Like I was going to work today, so I put on all my gear, and I was like, let's get it. Let's go be productive members of society. And then I got to work. Mind you, today is a Friday. I got to work and I checked my bank account and I was like, this energy doesn't match the amount that I'm giving. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Let's dial it back. Let's do the bare minimum. The bare minimum. That's what we're gonna do here. I know I quickly talked about addiction for a little bit. It's funny because I know Henry had said something about Gen Zs being like addicted to vaping, like him having like, the vape thing and still vaping even after going to the hospital for that. That's dedication. But, one of my friends was like in a similar type of vibe. Like he was like stressed out trying to find his vape. And he's like, look, he's like, where the fuck's my vape? I'm like, where's it at? I'm like, I don't know, bro. He takes the seat out of his car to find the vape underneath his seat. I'm like, bro, you're fucking tweaking. He's like, bro, no, I just need the flavor. I'm like, oh, mint got you acting like this? Like, how the fuck? Mint got you acting like this? There's gum, Listerine. There's so many other ways to get it. Like, mint is not the problem here. You are addicted. There's an addiction going on. And a lot of my comedy does come from talking to my friends. One of my favorite conversations we've had recently is everybody talking about like getting money and like, oh man, like I'm not worried because I know like when I get money, like money's not gonna change me. And I have to like immediately leave the conversation because I'm 100% sure money's gonna change me. Like I already see it do it in small amounts. Like let's talk about the week. Like I'll be eating like cereal, toast, bagels, sandwiches, real normal food, affordable food. The paycheck hits my account, my whole diet changes. I become a totally different man. I go to restaurants, I order things I never ordered before. I'm like, bitch, give me the filet mignon. I see it's on the bottom of the menu. Big price. I need it. How do I want it? Well done. The best way. What other way is there to get it? Do it well. I don't know what you're talking about. Give me the food. I'll take two. It's always interesting talking about money on stage. There's a joke I haven't done in a long time. It was about TFD, for people who don't know. Temporarily financially disabled. So we say, instead of saying broke, but I know you got the blind person glasses, so I feel weird saying the D word around here. I don't know what's going on. It's like Daredevil vibes, but like without the powers. Like I'm just very, it's like maybe. I don't want to talk about. I'm very comfortable with like, I feel like growing up I was like, one day I could like get struck by lightning or like touch some like toxic waste and like get powers. Like I deserve it. Like I'm a good person. And as I get older, I just don't, I'm not mad at whoever's making the rules and picking the people for not giving me powers. Like, I don't think I deserve them. I don't know about you guys. I've come to terms with it. Like, think about it. You guys get the power to be invisible. What's the first thing you're doing?
Robin.
Robin and Bank. Nobody's trying to help anybody. Nobody's trying to do anything positive with invisibility powers. Not even thinking about eavesdropping. There's nothing good. No one even thought did anybody think anything good with those powers? No. Look at all of us. You probably thought you deserved powers at a point. You don't. You don't. This really is a therapy session for everybody. We don't deserve powers. We're not good people. No one thought of anything good to do with the power. No one had a good idea. Rob a bank. Kill somebody out, choke somebody out. They wouldn't be able to see me. Like, what the? How? That's very specific. You look like you got that ringtone.
It's a rule at my age.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's funny because it rang and I didn't look at anybody but you. Before you even reach for the phone, I was like, man, if you don't get your Nokia. Nah, you got an iPhone, yo. I got an iPhone. Daredevil got the iPhone. Siri be telling him every day. The time is 4:37. Hey, I know she be doing that. I see the commercial. No, I fuck with it, man. Apple, y'all did your thing, man. If I was blind, I'd fuck with you. Oh God. I mean, I got an iPhone now. Like, that's not stopping it. But if I was, it wouldn't stop the Apple dedication. I'm wearing a Navy jersey today, and I felt so bad because this guy, I think he thought I was like ex-Navy. Like, he was like, "Oh man, like I saw your jersey and I had to come in here, man. Like, thank you for your service." It's like, ooh, thank you for your service, but no, thank you. I haven't served. Although I'm currently serving in this store. And I was trying to like word it differently so he would laugh. But, like, as I was talking more, he was getting more and more serious. And I was like, I'm not going to tell him the real reason I bought this jersey. It's a very dumb reason. I didn't even get to that. He's like, why did you just like, oh, well, I have family, it's military, military. He's like, okay, cool. Let me go. But the real reason I bought it, it's a Navy basketball jersey if y'all haven't seen. 2-4, shout out to the GOAT, Kobe Bryant. But I was like, my jumper is wet. Like I'm in the Navy. Like, that was the joke when I bought it. I was in the thrift store like, yo, I'm going to kill him with this. This is going to be the one. And I didn't tell anybody because it was very stupid the more I thought about it. It's the first time I'm coming out publicly with that. Y'all take that information and do what you want with it. I'm going to go ahead and give the rest of my time to the room, which I don't know how much it is. Usually it's like 20 seconds. Don't think I'm that good of a person. It's 2 minutes. You guys can still have it. I'll treat it like the 20 seconds. Let's get to it. Next person, Patty is coming back to the stage. Mike is back in the room. Mike is back in the room. Everybody's back. Wow, Sam is switching seats. This is the place to be, guys.
Give it up for Kanye West. Come on. Easy. One more time for Kanye West. Steve Harvey has a judge show, and he just gives away money. Because my favorite is Judge Mathis. Because Judge Mathis has been to prison. So, like, if you got to be a judge, I think it's important you understand what the fuck you're doing to people by judging them. And he does that every once in a while. I'll go, why are you guys fighting? How long have you been friends? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to pay the judgment if you guys go out. Yeah. You know who you'll never see do that? Judge Judy. Judge Judy won't fucking do it. Judge Judy is stern and very judgmental. She berates people, which explains why I'm so fucking attracted to her. I find her arousing. I would like to handle her jurisprudence. Okay. I like that. Mike Moody's back. Mike Moody gets me. Mike Moody gets me. The rest of you can get in where you fit in. Mike Moody gets me. Yeah. All right, we're going to move right along. Let's see what we've got coming up next. Are you excited? Are you excited? Come on, man. He's excited. The rest of you can be excited.
Can't see anything, but it's excited.
You know what? In a way, you're better off, sir. In a way. We're going to move right along to our next, I almost said contestant. No. But this next comedian, I find terribly funny. He has the presence of a deranged Labrador Retriever. And I think you're going to love him. I know I do. Put your hands together for Lenny fucking McKenzie. Lenny fucking McKenzie is back here.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah!
right. So, I'm black and 6'7". One person in here can believe that. You know what I mean? I'm in the NBA. All right. You worried about me, Kenzie?
A little bit.
Why?
Did you keep having a crackhead lady break into your apartment?
I'm trying to have sex with her. It's cool. You weren't here for that, but that's what's been going on. So you don't have to worry about me.
What's up?
Yeah, because I have the same birthday as Sam Kinison.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is also same birthday as Patrice O'Neal.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. We got so much in common. We're great comedians. Yeah. We hold women in a high regard. One of us is gonna live to be 50. Fuck it. Alright, I got a bunch of new shit on try out. What the fuck? Hold up. Excuse my language. What the? Give me 1 second, please. Alright. So I did a lot of 18-year-olds.
Oh shit.
I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
What the fuck? I mean, I'm 21, sir. I don't know if you own a club or something. I'm 21. Or a bar. What the fuck? Alright. So I'm 20 years old. I was born in 2002. So I don't really give a fuck about 9/11. Like, that's what I try. I know I probably should. I'm pretty fucking ignorant, but like, I don't. 9/11, like, a building collapsed and a bunch of people died, and we're never supposed to forget it, right? In Florida, a condominium collapsed and a bunch of people died, and you already forgot about it. I don't give a fuck about either one. Alright, fuck it. Moving on. Never been to open mic before? That's how it goes. How's everyone doing? Alright. This crowd's kind of like Tupac.
Oh shit.
What? Like I hope is alive, but like, you know, realistically, probably fucking not. Fuck it. Alright, I know. So I was watching Girl Talk. Anybody know what Girl Talk is? Maybe. Nobody?
Is it when girls talk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. It's a daytime TV talk show.
Oh.
Yeah, that I used to watch with my mom, because I'm not gay. So they were talking about, you know what, so you done yet? They were talking about Syria and stuff, and there was a little baby boy's corpse that like had washed up on a shore and stuff, and they all seemed a little disgusted about it, but to me it seemed like they didn't really care, and they just moved on. After that, they were talking about how this is all like all the women on the show are like models, so like half of them are like models, like professional models, and so they talked about how insecure they were about their looks in high school, and they all started crying, and there were women in the audiences crying. I didn't think I was gonna get enough dick in high school. And a bunch of women in the audience started crying, and little baby boy didn't receive any dead tears. So like I try to respect women, but like it's kind of hard for me when like a lot of them like look stupid in the face. You know what I mean? What? Like they shave their eyebrows off and shit. Like what? It's hard. What? They spent time and money doing that shit. Just so it could look like they don't have eyebrows. Like they don't know that it's supposed to stop the sweat from your brow, whatever the fuck. It's hard for me to respect somebody that does that. You know what I mean? Like
unless they tell me they were a burn victim. A little late, but thank you. All right. So, Taylor Swift. What's the other one? Scarlett Johansson. Not attractive, I don't think. Yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I didn't even realize anybody thought they were hot, really. I think our society just does a thing where, like, if a woman's white enough, they're like, you know what I mean? They make her a sex symbol. No. Taylor Swift is not fucking ugly to anybody else.
She's beautiful.
She looks like she has a penis. I don't know how to tell you. But she does.
I give her 7.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. All right. So, I carry around a weapon a lot, like at all times. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't really need it, but I want to feel like a badass, and like. A lot of people, especially women, will make fun of that. They're like, oh, it's childish. Oh, you have a small dick. It's like, I just want to pretend. You know what I mean? Y'all wear makeup so you can pretend you look like that. Why can't I pretend I'm fucking Clint Eastwood? All right. Success not going great. I don't really have anything else edgy to say. I'm just kidding. So, I hate racism, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I feel like I would have been a pretty disappointed slave owner back in the day. Like, really? No. What? Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the justification for racism was that like black people were some like subspecies and they weren't as smart, but they were like super strong and super fast and shit, right? Like that's what it would say on the flyer.
On the flyer?
So like, yeah, so like I go and get a slave. I'm expecting super strength or whatever the fuck. And it's just like, you know what I mean? They're getting exhausted by carrying cotton. Like, it's not, they're not super strong. What the fuck is this? So I'd have to go and return my fucking slave. Shit is not going great. I'm like, this one doesn't work. Like, it's fucking broken. It doesn't, like, the super strength was not included in this one. Has this really been 10 minutes, Monica?
You got 2 minutes.
Fuck me.
Keep going down this path.
Thanks for the advice, Kenzie. I know I can count on you. All right. Shit. Oh no. Somebody breathing heavy just now.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was the biggest laugh I got. I didn't even do anything. Fucking amazing. All right.
Keep doing that.
Doing nothing?
I got other shit, but like it's I've dug myself this deep, you know what I mean? Like this is, do I want to go more? Fuck it. All right. Yeah. So I hang around with homeless people like a whole lot, and I just like want to learn things from the unhoused. And how much time do I have, Monica?
1 minute, babe.
1 minute? All right, fuck. I don't have time for that one. All right, I'm gonna go on rely on some stupid old jokes. I graduated high school recently. Yeah, they sent me to Dare a lot. You guys remember Dare? Fuck Dare. That shit was fucking dumb. Fucking unsuccessful bunch of cunts. Like if I was trying to fucking scare a kid off drugs, I would not take him to Dare. You know where I'd take him? Any open mic in America. There we go. One tried and true joke. You know, I'm damn near out of time.
Damn near. So near.
Damn near. So before I go, yeah. Bill Cosby was innocent. Thank you very much. Good night.
Lenny McKenzie. How about Lenny McKenzie, folks? Yeah. How about that? How about that. We ran the comedy gamut. By God, we went from baby corpses to high school hotness to Taylor Swift's penis, and then back to burn victims. I mean, where do you get that? Where do you get comedy that spans all ranges, all subjects? Also, you know how to fuck a crackhead, right? Just get some crack.
Oh my God.
And some head.
It's just that simple. From me to you, a little tidbit.
From me to you.
From me to you. And, try and aim up a little from there, though. Just, up a little bit, Find a girl that vapes too much. All right, we're moving right along. This next comedian is new here. I haven't seen his work, but I'm looking forward to it. And he's probably going to get mad at me because I'm going to mispronounce his last name. But let's put our hands together for the comedy of Zach Copey.
Almost, not at all.
I did it, folks. I did it. Zach Copey, give it up.
He thought I said yeah, but my last name is pronounced Kep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody put a Y at the end.
That was me.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I put the way.
All right. Cool. I was wondering who was sitting behind me. I'm a 33-year-old mama's boy, and I'm trying to change that. My mother and I have a complicated dynamic. We grew up in the circus. She escaped an arranged marriage and joined the carnivals and the circuses on a green card deal. And throughout that time, she's been completely interwoven in my life, and she's starting to drive me fucking crazy, And when I was 12 years old, I went and tried to talk to her about, why are we in this circus? And she's like, "No, Habibi, this is our American dream." And I'm like, "Mom, I'm 12 years old. Ferris Wheel Frank just made me try cocaine. Like this is your American dream." This is crazy. And then she pulled the most Arab bullshit ever and told me I was a prince. And since we were the only Arabs in the circus, I believed her. Talk about gaslighting. I got gas bombed. For 4 years, I legit thought I was a prince. But anyway, tried that out. Second open mic. But anyways, yeah. So I grew up thinking I was this prince in the circus, and I would be serving cotton candy, and I'd have dried Mountain Dew on my hands, just convinced I would have an encounter with a genie. And the closest I came was escaping rape from gypsies. It's absolutely wild. It's absolutely wild. I was always confused. I was always confused about my existence. I was pretty for a boy, but I also had gynecomastia. Do you know what that is? Exactly. Cheese curd Kevin called them bitch tits. Greater Tater Gary called them boobies, and I preferred that. But this up. So anyway, I thought when she told me I had to go complain to her about this situation, this insecurity in my body, why I fucking had, as Greater Tater Gary called them, boobies, and of course, like a narcissistic Arab mother, she was like, "It's because you're a prince." So I legit thought royalty was man and woman, and I still kind of do. But so anyway, telling you all this because my therapist told me my mother's just a crazy Arab woman. She'll beat depression, but she'll commit suicide just to prove a point. It's always blown my mind. But she just, like I said, she was interwoven in just my entire existence, and it's been fucking me up as an adult. My wife and I are trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's unfortunate for me because my mom is also trying to have my wife and I have a baby. And between the pressures that they're both putting on me. Like the other day, I honestly I had the thought of cutting my dick off, and I'm not just trying to say a hacky dick cutting joke. Like that was honestly how I felt. Like I was in the shower and I was just like, I could end this so easily, but I didn't. So anyway, I've chosen to be a 33-year-old mama's boy. Thank you all.
Keep it going for me. I think I speak for every man in this room when I say, don't do it! Don't do it! Yeah, that's very good. Well, you know what I'm honored? I would be honored if you did cut your penis off if you presented it to me. I don't know what the fuck I'd do with it, but I would be honored. Boy, that fell on deaf ears.
No, you'd love a brown dick, dude.
You don't know my past. You don't know my past. Indeed, they come in all hues and colors, and God bless every penis here. A round of applause for all the penises in this room. God damn it! That's where we all came from. Where would we be without penises? Nobody would fucking be here. That's all. And a round of applause for motherfuckers, right? Without motherfuckers, first of all, your mom would not be happy. She would not be happy. Well, we're wrapping it up this evening. We're going to move right along. And I do want to say something. I saw myself in the mirror naked today. My tits look fucking great. I'm at about a B cup. I'm good. Well, listen, we're moving right along. Let's see who we have coming up to the stage next. And let's get a little energy check. Come on! For a minute, you looked like you were bidding on an object at an auction. This next comedian is, actually, I've seen him twice, and he's very funny. And he's also very Irish, so you better fucking clap or there'll be fucking trouble. Put your hands together for Colin. Come on, Colin. Come on, baby. Come on up here and get some of this.
What's up, guys? Thanks for hanging in there. It's like we went through a marathon.
Right.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to do this. I'm new at this and worse than all of you, so thank you for hanging in there. I'm going to try to do it without looking at my phone. And also, someone mentioned DARE. I think it stands for dispensaries are really expensive. Buy it from a crackhead friend. So I have been doing a couple of open mics. Getting the hang of it, thank you. I've been getting feedback. The one thing I've heard the most of is talk more about myself. My personal life, so I'll tell you a little bit about my childhood, you nosy weirdos. When I was 8, 9, maybe 10 years old, I saw the movie Die Hard.
Yeah.
Changed my life. I knew instantly what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be a smoker. I wanted to smoke cigarettes. Bruce Willis made it look so cool. He made it look like it made you run faster, beat up terrorists. It was awesome. As a kid, I would take tissue paper, toilet paper, and try to light and smoke it. It would go so fast. My parents would be like, what are you doing? Bring the house down. I was like, I just love cigarettes. I was like that squirrel in Ice Age who would always steal acorns, but just a 9-year-old cop and smokes anytime someone left a pack open. I turned 14. My parents were like, you're a freak. My dad's like, we're going to take you to the liquor store, get you a carton of smokes. I was like, if you try to make me smoke at all, that would be great. That's delightful. Give me some coffee. He's like, no, I'm just going to buy you a carton once a week. You can smoke your own. You're not stealing people's. You're not accidentally setting the house on fire. I was like, that's awesome. My dad, the kid I think left, who was from New York, was born in Brooklyn, New York. He was 60 when I was born. So just a much tougher. Yeah, I was born in 76. He was born in 1916. His dad was born in 1868. We're like Irish vampires. Just pale and frail. But yeah, he thought it was like normal. He's like, I smoked when I was like 9. I had a job during the Great Depression, which I think that's why the Great Depression happened. Kids would be terrible workers. Like you go to a daycare and think, they can run a factory. This never happened. Also, this is true. I went to recently meet a friend for lunch at a daycare near here. And I'm like waiting for him to come out, just watching the kids play. Lady comes out and is like, oh, can I help you? I was like, no, I'm just browsing. And she got so mad. Daycares are like airports. You cannot tell jokes in them. They're very serious. But yeah, my dad thought it was normal. I would just sit in my room, watch C-SPAN, smoke cigarettes, hang out with my hot high school girlfriend. And it's a lot like my life now. I just sit in my apartment. I don't smoke. I miss it, but I still watch C-SPAN and I still date hot high school girls. Got a lot going on. My dad would be so proud of me. Now it's my turn to be old in life. As you get older, I'm 46, I'm poor, I got nothing going on, I'm gonna die alone, I'll be single forever. No marriages, no graduation. I think when you get old, the next big life event, it's kind of just funerals, which is kind of like a wedding. It's like, when will I be buried? Be flowers, music, who's gonna show up? What am I gonna wear? Very moving. Will I get buried before my friends do? Got a lot going on. I talked the last time I was here about dating websites, and how terrible I am at them. I didn't know this. There's a button girls can press and just say, under 6 feet, I don't want to see that person, height filter. So I'm short. I'm now human spam. I have no chance. And I had said I want to start a website for people my height, just call it shortkings.com. Have a height filter like Kevin Hart to Tom Cruise, and somewhere in there. But also now, as I'm starting to go on dates, I need clothes. And it is hard for me to find a place that sells clothes for a guy. I have corgi legs. These are motorcycle shoes that make me taller, but I could wear dog clothes maybe, and people clothes, maybe dolls. It's hard. At Walmart, I'm a 14 Husky. I can go into the boys section and spend $7 to buy 4 pairs of jeans. But again, kids are terrible workers, so they'll just fall apart. But I think there's stores for tall people, big and tall. We need them for tiny, short and squat, or little fellas. Or just call us Short Kings again. In the mirror, to just make you look taller instead of skinnier. The sizes would be small, medium, legendary for people who are 5'7". People we look up to, literally. Yeah, I didn't. This is true. Also, I'm a science nerd. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys this. Kenzie, someone said you studied geology. Monica, you
No,
do
it wasn't him. That guy's not here today.
I was gonna say, if they are and you do physics, you guys could do a podcast and call it Physics Rocks. So nerdy. But I read this scientific study that women want their men to be 8 inches taller than them. I'm hosed. Midgets don't want me. I've tried for years. They want nothing to do with me. I don't know if gnomes are a real thing. I got no prospects. But I was kind of thinking, I don't know if you've heard this Neuralink thing's coming out, that Elon Musk put the microchip in your brain. It'll make your memory bigger. It'll, hopefully it won't make you racist like that guy. But something it'll do. It's in the literature. I don't know why they don't promote this. This is true. You'll be able to orgasm on command. And I think you guys know what that means. I will be buying it immediately. I will be the first in line. And then I'll start my own dating website. I don't need any of you anymore.com. Just live alone. Thank you. That's my time. Thanks, guys.
Just give me a moment. He may be hobbits. He's fucking strong. It took me a fucking minute and a half. He's a strong fella. Midgets don't want him though. Midgets don't want him.
Talk to Lenny.
No, it is true that single men die sooner. Married men are just more willing. Well, we're moving here right along. Right here, we're moving along. I'm a little high, I think.
I told you.
Damn it,
strong, dude.
I think the drugs just kicked in. You ever have that fucking happen? Never. No. There you go. Never. You're very definite about that. I don't believe you.
You should.
I'm looking at you, smiling. I don't believe that statement's true. Have a gander at this fella.
A gander.
Just take a gander at this lad. Something happened. Trying to tell you something happened. Have a good look at the fella. Just have the gaze over there and tell me what you fucking see.
Done drugs.
We're gonna move right along with the comedy of Monica. Keep it going for Monica. Come on. Wow. One more time for Monica.
Monica! Yeah, give it up for yourselves. Thanks for staying so that we're almost done with this show, so thank you guys for staying out. Last week was St. Patrick's Day. Can we give it up for St. Patrick's Day? Woo! I love St. Patrick's Day. I'm a vegan gay college student, so if there's anything I love, it's rainbows, money, and leaves. Yeah, I'm vegan. Last week I did eat a Chips Ahoy packet. In the plant-based world, we call that a hypocrite. I'm also a lesbian, but my favorite foods are bananas, nuts, and veggie sausages. So speaking of women, it's also Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Just like for Women's History Month. There's a week left in Women's History Month. I love being a woman. In fact, I'm actually in the top 2 female comics in this room.
Yeah.
So give it up for that. Yeah. I'm already killing it. And I love talking about this issue. I'm a topical comedian. I talk about things like acne cream. I also noticed about Women's History Month that the first day after Women's History Month is April Fool's Day. We spend 31 days talking about how women deserve rights and equality and respect, and the next day is just like, psych! And then it's had a great week this week. I went to therapy. This week. Thank you. Took a big shit afterwards. Called it trauma dumping. My roommate was like, Monica, get out of the bathroom. Like, I'm going through some shit right now. So my grandparents live at home with us now. My Indian grandparents live at home with us now. And when you live with your Indian grandparents, it serves as a pretty constant reminder of how not Indian you are. For one, I don't speak Tamil very well, which is my parents' home language. Americans are traditionally really bad at learning languages. Most American men don't know that no means no. And there's an obvious clash between, my American and their Indian way of life. Like, my grandpa will see me on my phone. He'd be like, Are you listening to Indian Public Broadcasting Company, Doordarshan? I'm like, Tata, that's his DoorDash. Oops. So my grandparents, they grew up at the tail end of British colonization, which according to my grandma was 25 years ago. India declared independence from Britain in 1997. But imperialism and colonialism still affects us in a multitude of ways. For example, my grandma and many older Indian women use skin lightening creams. But my grandma lives in Texas, so when she goes outside, it just goes back to the original time. 2, this might be an unpopular opinion, and I hate myself for saying this, but I think there are too many Indian men named Aryan. The third one is that my mom is obsessed with The Crown. My mom's obsessed with British royalty drama shows, because when it comes to the royal family, that show's spilling more tea than the East India Company. She spends hours watching those shows, so many soaps and cereals, like she's shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond, the English Channel. My dad, too. My dad's a huge fan of a bunch of British bands, like the Beatles, Queen, Duran Duran. You're like, who? I'm like, them too. My dad, compensated for the lack of having 2 daughters by listening to a fuck ton of Mumford & Sons. And a lot of Indian kids too. Every Indian kid goes through like a really bad Harry Potter phase, like the ugliest, muggliest Harry Potter phase. Why? Who knows? Just like Voldemort. And so I think that's all I want to do today. On Instagram at Monica Narain. That's Monica_Narain_. Thank you guys.
Are you guys ready for your closer?
Yeah.
This next comedian, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm looking forward to see what he does. He has taught me a thing or two, and that's amazing because I only know a thing or two. Put your hands together for Albert Lincoln.
Thank you, Patty. Keep it going for Patty. And keep it going for Albert Lincoln.
I have not met that guy.
Yeah, Albert Lincoln.
Albert Lincoln. I have a new name. So, money. Let's talk about money for a minute. No, I don't want to talk about that. I got a lot of money. So it gets kind of boring after a while. if you all you do is talking about money. So instead, I'm talking about something interesting. My dick. No. All right. So I have a show tomorrow. That's why I'm here tonight. I'm driving up to Fresno to do a birthday party for one of my oldest friends, Michael Wirtz, who I knew from El Paso, Texas, where I lived for 10 years with my wife before I killed her with love. Before she killed herself, actually, with medication. And she really did. And the guy whose birthday I'm going to celebrate tomorrow was my entire support system during that time period. He was always there for me. I had at that time I had 3 locations. I had 10 different teachers teaching those classes. And my wife and I had built a very successful business when she decided she wanted to go out. So I was devastated. I guess you can imagine when you. I was devastated, and Mike was there for me. And then last week, 2 weeks ago, or last week, he was there again for me because I was baptized at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and he did the baptism. So it just kind of like all came around. And I didn't know this dude was a Mormon. And you guys call us Mormons. We're actually, Mormon is the guy who wrote the book. We are Latter-day Saints. We follow Jesus Christ. Mormon wrote the Book of Mormon, and he details the story of Jesus Christ in the Americas. So technically we are not Mormons. We're Latter-day Saints. But, you know, everybody calls us Mormons. And that's okay. I'm good with it. I'm just pointing it out, you know. But anyway, so this dude didn't tell me that he was Mormon, though. And I was like, I was so surprised. I was so shocked when I found out. So immediately, when I knew I was going to get baptized, I asked Mike to come. And he did. And he brought his lovely wife, Anuska. Which, Mike and I were competing for her. Back in the day. And he won. So I really don't like him. No, it's cool. He won, and she is like Anuska is one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen. She really is. She's a former runway model. She's really hot, and that fucker has her. So I'm gonna go up to talk about his ass tomorrow at his birthday party. Drive up there and do some comedy. He's an excellent comic. Also, Mike is also an excellent comic. That's how we met. We were both doing comedy. Went on the road a few times together, and there was only one comedy club in El Paso. One. So if you pissed that guy off, you didn't get on stage at all. So, you know, we were really close to that guy. We did a lot of work over there. And my business was, you know, if you get like a traffic ticket and you want to have that ticket dismissed, so in California, it's like an 8-hour class. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Anyone here speak English besides anyone else? The rest of you, I don't know what language you speak. So I'm just going to keep on with what I talk. English.
So cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking of you when I bought it. Honestly, Sam dresses me. When she can find the time, she'll take me around to places and buy that out. This, her. Yeah. I love Sam. She's really good. But that's not part of my set. Fuck you, Sam. All right. But I know, I'm just kidding. I love you. All right, let's go on to something else. So I'm going up there and to do the show. I haven't been up there in 6 or 7 months. And Tracy is going with me. You guys all know Tracy. Tracy's going with me because I'm old. And that's a 4-hour drive. I can drive for maybe 2, maybe 1, depending on how much pot I smoke. Maybe I won't drive at all if I smoke a whole bag of that shit. Man, you drive, Tracy. I don't know. So Tracy is, and you guys all know Tracy's very funny. So it's going to be a good show. Someone mentioned rainbows. Here's my experience with rainbows. I don't particularly care for them. I and my wife and I were sitting in a parking lot in El Paso, and right after it rained, and we were going to do some shopping somewhere, and a rainbow formed, and the part where the ark touched the earth, you know how arcs over like that, it was right in front of us, literally right in front of us. So I drove the car into the rainbow, and the rainbow came through the window, and it, because, you know, that's what rainbows do, right? Yeah. So I don't think anyone else has had that experience. No. Only my wife and me, and then she killed herself, that bitch. You know, the whole thing about, okay, this is an aside, the whole thing with Latter-day Saints is we don't believe in death. We believe that when we quote unquote die, we're just going right to the other side that we can't see from this side, but they're still alive over there. And if that's the case, when I get there, I'm gonna find that bitch and kick her ass. Kick her ass in the afterlife. So, because that hurt. Fuck, that hurt. That destroyed me for 5 years. And it's the type of thing where, you know, you should get therapy, but she was taking therapy the whole time and she still killed herself, so fuck therapy. I didn't do it. I did the age-old method. When you're in mourning, what do? Wine, women, and song. That's what I did. I put a lot of girls through college. That's what I did. I went to strip clubs and I gave them my money. You want to go to college, baby? Here's $100. Show me your pussy. Wine, women, and song. That's right. That's what I did. I hung out in strip clubs. I hung out with hookers. I drank a lot of wine. I smoked a lot of pot. 2 minutes. That's what I did. I did that, and I went through that, and in that 5 years later, after she had died, then my dog died, and I'm thinking, man, I should become a country and western singer. But so he died, and then I was free to move to LA, and I've been here now like 7 years or something like that. And it's going really well. LA has been really good for me. It's a move I should have made a long time ago. But in any case, what do I have, a minute? All right. So I'm going to talk about him tomorrow, so that's already, I'm going to talk about him and I'll tell some jokes. And I'll talk about Latter-day Saints and all the hot women who are Latter-day Saints.
Really?
Yes. But they cover up so well. I mean, from here to here. Okay, all right. Imagination still works. So, bipolar disorder. No. Not that. Gays in the shower. At the health club. I was at the health club. And they were fucking in the shower. And the dude sees me, I'm shocked, because I really am. I've never seen two guys go after it. And I watch a lot of porn, but if gay porn comes up, that shit is out of there. It's like, I can barely handle two women. I can barely handle that. I can watch that. But it's got to be a man and a woman. That's the kind of porn that I like. So I go into the shower. I go in after working out, and these two guys are fucking. One guy is sucking his other guy's dick. He looked at me, pulled the dick out of his mouth, and offered it to me. Oh my God. I swear. I cannot lift that shit up. And I said, no. I had my fill. I'm okay with that. All right, that's it for me. Thank you. Good night. Hey, welcome back. Albert Lee, come on. Woo. Hot Mormons.
That's a new kind of Mormon.
That's a whole, that's a whole, those are some sexy Mormons.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah. Hey, once again for Albert Litton. Thank you. Woo! Well, you guys have been great, and I mean that sincerely. Thanks for coming out this evening, each and every one of you. I really mean that. We're gonna wrap this up. That was it. Did you enjoy yourself? Yeah! If you think you're funny, maybe you are funny. See if someone else thinks you're funny. But if you really are convinced that you're funny, try and come up here and bring it out, from the page to the stage, and
We want to see you again soon. God bless you. May the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for.
Are you hungry? Wanting to go?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I could do the hunger.
Yeah.
Where shall we?
I got